Bad at art.
To be fair,
Anyway.
I had character art done for this character in 2022.
You did.
It just took long enough that I wanted to redesign.
For what it was worth, I added that art in the Discord because I was like, I know you have art, and when I did it, I was like, but Ozzy probably doesn't want to fucking look at that anymore. They probably hate it. They're like, this is terrible.
I don't hate it.
I think it's ugly, so I think Ozzy will think this is ugly. I see how it is.
I don't particularly hate it. It just doesn't capture what I wanted my character to capture. The new art does capture more what I wanted my character to capture.
The doc you made for me, I certainly
especially since the first one I feel like does not capture their origin, like origin very well. It just kind of looks like. But the new one, yes, purple.
Michael, for what it's worth, your doc is separated a different way than everybody else's is. You have the information stuff I added, and then the images for the people you know, which everybody else has that too. And then you have an entire separate bottom portion that was in the doc originally when I made it for you, that you don't need right now.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Because it's for a location later that you are gonna need it. You might need that information.
Wow.
Oh, I do want to point something out that's funny. So, this is basically just for Sean, and you'll know why it's funny. So, when I first made Valo, I decided that I'm going to do a voice for Valo, right? My voice is going to consist of a lot of S's. And as I was doing the voice, one thing that Valo cannot really pronounce is like words like she, or like should, or it's just S's.
That's so good. That's so funny.
Fee and good. So
you all
is just.
You all will understand this quite quickly. But that's okay because I've implied there's a funny thing about your name too for them, so it'll be okay.
I saw that and I was like, I am curious.
Also, if you have the memory of 3 years ago and somehow know this and somehow know a fact about something, you could figure it out already. Michael might be able
2 days ago.
Michael might be able to actually figure it out if he thinks on it, but it's fine.
See, I have my notes from Ira's, but I'm just, since I don't believe in, I almost said tailgating. Metagaming.
Wow.
In a way, they're quite similar.
Are they?
I am in beating on alcohol, but I'm going to slow it down so that I'm not incoherent.
Oh man,
I go back to my energy drink.
I had a single twisted tea, and I'm like, cool.
I just realized that
I have the slushie that fucks me up instantly, so I need to space that out.
I'm DMing. Yeah. I'm DMing and not playing on Foundry. I can bring out my actual dice. That's crazy.
Oh my goodness, I can bring out my actual dice.
Oh my goodness.
That didn't sound like dice. I'm drinking.
Goodness,
since we're sharing, I'm drinking a lemon lime Gatorade.
I'm drinking alcoholic slushie and an energy drink.
Just go. What the fuck?
I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Technically, you're not supposed to.
Yeah. Technically means here.
Look,
I got
it's
water,
fine
I'm
as long
gonna
as
have
you
to
don't have
refill
something
those.
stupid
Let's go,
like a heart
Michael.
condition that you got diagnosed with like 6 months ago.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Did you not tell me about that?
Oh, it's not really a heart condition, technically. I just have a condition that causes my heart rate to go up really fast. So I'm not really supposed to have alcohol or caffeine or any stimulant.
You can't say it's a heart condition, then not say it's a heart condition,
But
then
it's
describe
not
it as
technically
a heart condition.
But it's not, well, that's not the only thing it does. I also can't control my blood pressure, can't regulate temperature,
A lot
can't
of those
regulate
sound like things
bowel.
related to the heart.
No, it's actually related to my autonomous nervous system.
Okay.
IPOTS.
Yeah.
I'm glad all my friends
basically-
are slowly dying.
I'm not.
It's not fatal. It
I don't
just
believe
basically
you.
means anything that my brain doesn't actively do, like, you know, you actively move, so
Hey,
it can't do well.
Since we caught up, you didn't hear about me discovering the Fountain of Youth?
Ozzy, I'm really worried because you say anything my brain doesn't actively do, and all I can think about is your brain actively forgetting to breathe. Because it's
That
you.
one I do have. Luckily, that part, I don't think breathing is part of that. It's just like my heart rate, my blood pressure, my digestive system, temperature regulation.
All the other fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
fine.
The lame stuff that you don't need.
Exactly. So I'm gonna drink my energy drink. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, Bert. Does
I'll see
anybody
that.
know what the note app I used where I can draw the notes was called?
No.
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 Was it called like Writer or something? It was just called Write. It was just
Wow.
called Write. There's all the good ones notes.
Wow.
You'll never need those again. Get rid of them.
Okay.
No,
Well, this is a
don't do
little-
that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
This is a little side campaign for you to get your notes ready for the other one, right? This is an interlude, right? 3 sessions maximum?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm coming to an end on my session, which we're doing on Tuesday.
Yeah. We're actually finishing a campaign soon.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you know that's possible?
Someone else just
I mean,
asked me to
to be
play in
fair-
another one.
To be fair, it is very possible we still don't finish it because I do have like 5 to 6 sessions left, and you never know.
Don't.
You're right.
Don't. You never know. Okay.
You never know.
I mean, we had 3 months between the last 2, so you never know.
Hey, 3 months ain't
You
bad.
just know.
Yeah,
Months
you're right.
ain't-
You're right. I have a
Welcome
session that's been on hiatus for.
Starseer Academy, everyone.
Oh God, how long has the thing with me that Ron and I have been in hiatus? It has to have been a couple years so far.
Look, you can't beat 7-year-long campaign. I mean, you might. You can't beat unintentionally 7-year-long campaign. Whoopsies.
I mean, you might.
I did finish it. But yeah, you never know with the other side of this where it's gonna go.
Oh, are the Reba Rascals
Oh,
finally,
they've been done since January.
Ah.
Well, see,
Oh.
to be fair, I think. Oh God. When did this campaign start?
It had to have been like 2022, 2021.
Not this one. The one that I'm
Oh.
in with Rowan. Rowan, when did it start? For me, when did I join? Was it 20? Yeah, was it 2018 or 2019?
That's close then. Either way.
2020? I want to say because I know I drew Saren for the first time several years ago, like a while ago. But it's hard to like scroll through and find things because of how old. Let's see, the 2021. That's 2021 still. Did I join in 2021? Because when they started and when I joined are completely different. No,
Wow.
that's still. Because they started, I joined later.
Okay, the first session Minnie was mentioned in is August 2020.
Okay, so I joined in 2020. So that's only 5 years that I've been in it.
See, that's not that bad.
Yeah, it's only 2. I mean, to be fair, it's only 2 years off from 7 years.
Yeah, don't. You got time.
Yeah, we got time.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Let's get.
Last session we played was January 12th.
Let's get here, everyone.
Let's get.
Let's get.
Okay.
Let's get. What are
Get
we
it
getting?
started in here.
A couple of days
Get-
ago,
I can't say these.
Yes.
Lyrics.
a strange phenomena was occurring within the minds of the city of Philadelphia. In a decision kind of out of guilt and also out of curiosity, for 2 different individuals. Nyla and Rine both journeyed to the Philadelphia mines with another small collection of adventurers at behest of the 2 kings of the city. After some run-ins and encounters, Nyla left the city to regroup with the rest of the good ones as they ventured into the Feyfell. And while much time has passed for them in that complicated landscape, Rine, for you, we're gonna roll it back to just about a day after clearing out the mines. You would have had to, unfortunately, report to the kings and detail all the things you found and decide what you did and didn't want to share with them about who you encountered and who did and didn't come back with you from the mines. A couple of people got a little silly with it down there. So there is one important question I do have to ask for Rine. When you are giving your report to the kings of Philadelphia, do you report to them that you encountered encountered Shayra and Novu when you were down there?
So those are the two who like saw us and then immediately went, "Hey, don't talk about our existence." Those two.
Yes. One of them being Akhazel's mother, and the other being the Azimar who was on the airship, on your trip to Philadelphia.
Does he take more selfless action? Say no. He's gonna not mention them being down there.
Okay. So, you file out the rest of the information. Some of the guard that are now capable go down and just re-verify that the mine is safe now, which it is. And you after getting all the bureaucracy done, head back to the abode that is being used by Sal, and that the rest of kind of your mage friends are actually still at. So that is Arya Flatern, Evelyn, and Sal are the three who are there. To which they would inquire a little bit about your time, about what you found in the mines, out of curiosity's sake. And so I'll ask again, do you share with them that you encountered Shayra?
Because I know I actually immediately told the party. So I'm trying to think at what point I draw the line. Or we jump over the line. Shayra is one of those names is important within that group of people, right? Like she is like within that like document of named people.
You should be aware, if I'm correct, that she holds the rank of conjurer. In fact, I think
she's part of the school.
I think they even told you. I think they even told you what her role as conjurer entails. Which is that she handles.
She's the capturer. Yes.
Yes, she does creature research.
I had to make sure. Like, I was like, I believe these things, but it's been a while.
Mm-hmm. Would you say you're yes?
I will tell this group.
Okay. That, as you tell them, Sal kind of looks to you. That does explain some things. And you see he kind of fishes out, from his bag, a couple of letters. And he kind of holds them up. This, is from me to you. That is my recommendation for you for the Starseer Academy.
Thank you.
This, and he pulls out another one, is from Evelyn. Pulls out another one. This is from Valo. He really waited a long time, given that he met you back in Kapul, but he mentioned that now that you've kind of come, well, you're about to get to the academy, he thinks that it's appropriate to also put in. I mean, one's good enough, but hey, it doesn't hurt. And he pulls out a fourth one. I was confused by this one. Shayra actually wrote you a letter of recommendation.
Lol.
That makes a little more sense if she thought your work in the mines was beneficial. And then, all three of them kind of clear their throats, and Arya looks at you. And of course, you technically on file have a recommendation from Beos. Normally the students do have a copy as well as the Academy, but that one wasn't mailed. That one wasn't mailed to us to present to you, so we presume either Beos means to give it to you himself, or maybe you already have it.
That was in the letter? Was that a recommendation letter?
Yes.
Fucking main character ass.
For what it's worth, you not having a copy of it doesn't change anything. As long as the Academy has it on file, you're able to acknowledge and accept whichever one of the recommendations you desire. And you're able to, obviously, you can present yourself as having been recommended by as many of us as you want who have presented recommendations, and you can turn down some if you are worried that too many will look too... Well, I mean, it looks good no matter what. It can look very good on the social standing. Can also create some tensions between some people in the Academy.
That is fair. I do understand having like 5. That is a lot.
Well, you do have time to decide that. We, of course, it seems that the airship out for Veripol will be leaving tomorrow. We'll have to make a couple of stops along the way to pick up some of the other scouted acolytes. And also just the airship does have like a central path it has to take, so it'll be a few days aboard the airship before we actually reach Veripol.
Yeah, I'll think through these things. Yeah, it's a big event getting to the school, finally.
Of course. Obviously, I'm sure you've been looking to study at Veripol in the Starseer Academy for a while, so you probably yourself already are familiar with the structure of the Academy and how it goes about sending its students' daily lives. But if, in the time that we're taking to get there, if you have any additional questions for us, we'll help fill you in on some things.
Thank you. I then collect my letters, the 4 of them.
Yeah.
And be off.
Yeah. So you are given a room within the city to stay for the night, paid for by the royalty of the city. You're being treated quite nice. And unless there is anything you wish to do beforehand, we would just get ready to move you to the next day where you board the airship.
I don't think there's anything to be doing on this day. You just kind of
Okay.
looking through, thinking about which letters. I guess a question to you: would mending be able to fix the burned letter, or no? I think that's a little more than mending tends to be the thing it does.
If you had ripped it up, it would be one thing. Restoring it from the burned ashes of your anger is another entire story.
Fair. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. But you, the next morning you do get ready to set out on an airship. There are some general, you presume, given, the emblems of it, that it is, some guards from the city of Veripol who kind of go along with the airships that are meant to land in the city eventually. And so there are a couple of guards on the ship. It's of course you and Arya, Evelyn, and Sal. And then you are joined by the pilot and his first mate, who are quite familiar to you, as it is Jonas Guybend and Valvara, who were the two who were on the airship that brought you here from Tal'Sord. And Jonah kind of motions over to you. Good to see you, little guy. Different company, but we've already been made aware where you're headed, so should be a much safer ride than last time. And we got a couple of
Hopefully.
extra hands, and there's no sky troopers on this one, so I presume there'll be less crime.
Let's.
As far as he knows.
Can only pray. Can only pray. I guess you can do more than pray, but like.
Yeah, you see,
Be prepared.
Valvaris kind of like leaning against the edge of the airship and kind of looks over to you. Just, watch yourself. You don't got your friends with you. Again, it should be safe, but...
You're nothing without your friends.
You're weak.
She almost, even at like a cursory glance, you could tell she almost looks, more bored that it's kind of just you and these mages, and not like, and you're not like walking around with like Hazel and Roan, who
cares about Ira?
who bring a little,
I was just like,
well,
damn.
who bring a little more,
Damn.
who bring a little more party to the traveling.
You tell me the walking corpse doesn't bring
She's
in
like,
the
I don't give a
party?
shit
Like,
about the
come
one
on.
that froze a dragon and dropped it from the sky. Damn.
There's a lot of drama with Ira and Ziggy to Valvara's liking.
Damn. What she care?
This is unimportant. How tall is Rine?
Short.
Okay, well, yeah, I know.
want to say no taller than 5 feet. Let me check what I wrote on the character sheet if I actually gave him a number.
Oh damn, I don't have that. I don't have that one ready.
Let's see.
I don't have that height chart.
He's 4'10".
Okay. Thank you. Continue. I apologize for the interruption.
You're good. But yeah, so you get onto the airship, and its first stop in the journey through is actually northeast to not the city itself. It has to kind of land just outside outside the city walls, but to the city of Delpha. And at first you're curious why such a central city doesn't have like an airship center. And then you remember that above the city of Delpha is the city of High Delpha. And perhaps flying an airship directly between one city and a floating city is not a good idea. It is your first time in that general area, and so as the airship gets close to the city of Delpha, you also, since you're in the air, can see that between Delpha and High Delpha are strange currents of magic that almost create like a vortex between them.
Interesting.
Yeah. And as you land here, there are a couple of people who get on for just general travel, and then you see Evelyn goes and greets somebody wearing what appears to be kind of mage's robes. I will move you over quick to the airship page. And I will swap you over to... you see a female minotaur, with a wooden staff and a spellbook on her back. As she kind of gets onto the ship and kind of gives a bow towards the mages who are traveling with you. And she introduces herself. I'm Hesta Gloryheart. I am here on recommendation. You see she has to stop and think for a second. I am on recommendation from High Thanaturge. The High Thanaturge, Viviana Coleman. Kind of gives a nod. And she kind of looks over your companions who they introduce themselves to her, and she seems kind of caught up in the moment. And then as the airship gets ready to go back up and get moving again, the members of the academy who are traveling with you kind of go back to their own business, kind of sorting through stuff, getting ready for the return to the academy. And Hesta just kind of almost seems like a deer in headlights. She's just taking in this all. And as the airship gets ready to go up, Jonah will announce, "Okay, we are now making our way to Fort Taurus. There we'll pick up a couple more soldiers, and I think another one of your acolytes are getting grabbed there. Then we'll be going south to Stybrook, where we'll grab a couple more travelers, drop off some people, grab another acolyte, and then I believe our last stop is the port town of Zarpin. So after that, it'll just be a quick little fly over the Varipol, and we'll be done. So get ready, all you." And so, as he says, your guys' next stop is Fort Taurus. And as you dock there, and some soldiers get on board, as does a creature you're not quite familiar with. You see that they have kind of a dark, pale, armored skin and a singular large eye. Also in kind of mage's robes and carrying a book very close to their chest as they get on board. They will introduce themselves as Ami Braveye. They are a Cyclopean. I'm here via recommendation of High Abjurer, Thegal. They just kind of nod their head over and over again. I'm excited. They'll kind of scurry off to one of the sides. And at that point, the airship will take its next trip over to Stybrook, and before grabbing anybody, it will be time to rest for the night. Is there anything you want to do after the first day of travel, Rine? Or during it?
I mean, I guess at one point during some amount after the first pickup, I would probably go try and introduce myself to Hesta to just get to know some of the other people.
Okay.
That are going to be in this group. I don't know how to go.
We can shorten it a little bit. Hesta will give you a little bit of info about herself. She's actually from the woodland area around the city of Delpha, not the city itself. But she had done a lot of work kind of warding off some odd natural occurrences that were causing issues with the forest and the Green Guard who protect it. And the Green Guard kind of put her name forward to the head of the Order of the Sky Adventuring Guild in the city of Delpha. And it happens that the head of the Order of the Sky Adventuring Guild is Viviana Coleman's husband. And so it worked its way back to the city of Varipol, and she got her recommendation.
Yeah, sounds how this all happened.
Yeah.
Huh?
She kind of reassures you, like, she has no interest in necromancy. It's just kind of pure coincidence that the High Thanatos picked her. In fact,
her be like, "I hate undead," and Ryan's like, "Oh,
in fact,
racist."
In fact, she also she kind of motions to the spell book. And she kind of shows it's a relatively blank spell book. It has only a couple of things in it. So it has. Give me a second. Oh, did I not? I might not have done those. Whoops! It has spells in it. I didn't mark
It
which
has
ones.
spells, we
I didn't
swear.
mark which ones they were. Hold on. You see that it has 3 spells in it. The first is Green Flame Blade.
Fun.
It has Prestidigitation in it. And it has Identify in the spellbook as well.
Well, someone has to have it.
Real.
And it's then when she takes interest in your Staff of the Woodlands, Rine. That's impressive. That's something you really only see with some of the High Druids, or the people they select for it. You're not like a primal caster, though, are you?
Nope. I'm not. I don't.
Oh. Well,
The stick, I guess, really likes me. I don't know.
That's a good thing, then. That puts a positive check next to your name in my book. I actually do, and you watch as she kind of motions her staff, and you watch as it turns into a club, and as it does, her, on her other hand, a shield kind of gets woven, out of wood, and just solidifies. Nature magic. I don't really have an interest yet on what I'm looking for from the academy, but I hear they take people who aren't just wizards and sorcerers. So I figured, why not?
Yeah, I sure hope they take other types of people. I mean, it'd get kind of boring if it was just wizards and sorcerers in there.
Well, I hear there's a lot of different types of wizards, so for a while they probably got by with just wizards.
I guess. The wizards also don't tend to go into the more religious, I think, would be the terminology.
You say that
Types of
as both the High Divider and the regular Divider are both like chatting over religious texts at a table a little bit farther away from you.
Well,
But you're correct. Neither of them are necessarily people of hard faith. They just study divination through like the academic and like pure magic side of divination. You are correct in that the way they use divination magic is different from that of a cleric or a paladin.
yeah, so I mean, I guess if you told me, showed me you're like a wizard, I get druid. I am stupid. Anyway, I don't really have a focus around what I do. I like to collect spells and then kind of look through them and kind of see how I can combine them, play around with them, do funny things with them.
That is interesting. And then, we'll say the next day comes along, and you, and the people from the city of Stybrook will board. And there are actually, there's, again, some people get off, a couple people get on, and there, and the first you see is a humanoid, whose ears are not that of an elf's, but have become pointed. Oh, cool! That
It's so small.
pixel art. It's okay. I have the actual art too, so it'll be fine. I have both of these because I prepared.
Tiny.
So that is here. He is. So, you see. Oh, I didn't.
Motherfucker.
I did not put his.
Sorry.
I did not put his name in. That is fine. He's the one I didn't get. He introduces himself as Zothal Crestfall. And he appears humanoid again. The ears look almost like they've grown or like been adjusted by something to become more elven-like. His skin is a little paler than most of the humans who would be from this area. And there are these kind of dark gray patches that are across his face. He introduces himself as having been scouted by Shayra.
How
And
is Shayra spelled? Sorry.
Chayra.
I did not get that right. Oh my god, can you repeat that?
Chaeyra.
A-U-Y-R-A?
Chayra.
Thank you. I'm gonna update
what was
that.
his name? Like-
Zothal Crestfall.
If you open the
I
image
care
in a
about the
new
first names.
browser, then you can
Not
just look
Rine.
at the full name.
You should be able to see it on the tabletop now as well, underneath his image. It should be him and all three of their names should actually show now.
Oh, yeah, they are. You are
Yep.
correct.
Well, I just fixed. They weren't a minute ago. And he lets you know that he kind of gives a bow in particular to Evelyn and Arya. He is practicing divination. He is a wizard.
What?
I said he looked gay, and then I was like, I would wear that exact outfit. Which proves my
Yeah.
point. Yeah, I was gonna say it proves my point.
And then kinda as Zothal finishes his introduction, kind of from behind all of you, a voice goes, "Oh, my apologies. I thought I had made myself visible. It seems that was an undersight on my part." And a woman kind of fades into visual behind you all. My name is Sylvia Milroy.
Oh, you did not spoil that, right?
I have been scouted by, sorry, there's lots of names I have to get the right titles to. I've been scouted by the illusionist, Dashtai. And my area of potential study is chronology. I plan to study time magic.
Wow.
And you notice that even once she comes into view, portions of her body are ethereal.
I guess she's single.
To the point that it is hard to make out full facial features of her. And Sal kind of gives an odd look. This does make sense with Dashtai's interests. Forgive me, you were humanoid, but you are... What is exactly your classification now? Sylvia kind of tilts her head a little. I believe the term that they have decided to refer to me as is disembodied. It, something that happens through magical phenomena, resulting, in people losing portions of their body from times to the ethereal. And she kind of, and even when she walks, her feet kind of fade out and she more hovers. And everyone kind of gives time and space away, makes a little bit of small talk here and there. It is at this point now that we take a little bit of a break from the airship journey. And we find ourselves in the city of Sarpin.
Wait a minute. The city of Sarp.
Mamma mia.
Given the nature of the day, I would say that, in the early morning, Ozzy, what would your character be doing?
In the early morning?
Yes.
Sleeping.
Sleeping.
Realistically.
Okay.
If they can't be sleeping.
So your overseer, as we'll call him, is as we'll call them, is trying to get you to be more active during the daytime over the past week, while you wait
Makes
for
sense.
this airship to bring you to the academy. So they would have encouraged you to start getting up a little earlier. They don't necessarily require you to stay in the city all day, but they would have woke you up
Alright, yeah, okay.
and encouraged you to have done something.
Then they're going to look they'd probably then, if they've just woken up, look for bugs in the river
Okay.
or fish. They're probably given meals. They're still doing it.
Yeah. You ate the weird nonsense things that people apparently eat in this town. And good bread, but that's besides the point. And yeah, so you would make your way behind one of the smaller churches in the town of Zarpin to the riverbank. And you would kind of just be... You would probably go between there and the small park in the middle of in the town, and kind of go between that for your additional
Where is
snacks.
this? Where am I trying to snack?
So you'd be like this area.
Okay, that's what I thought,
Yeah.
but I can't. It
Yeah,
looks like
so
a
you
church,
would-
but I'm like, theoretically, any of these could be churches.
True.
Anything could be a church.
Yeah, maybe this is a church.
That's a market. An expensive. So a little
No,
bit
just
about
this specific one, not the entire thing.
Oh yeah, a little bit you've learned about the city of Zarpin in your time here is that the city is definitely separated into an upper and a lower. The waterfall being a clear side of which is the upper and which is the lower, and most of the wealthier folk live on the upper portion. Not to say the poor people live below, but the economic disparity
Valo does
is
not
vast.
understand any of
You
this.
don't. But you do notice that
Valo
people
has 0 intelligence.
I would say you notice that people wear nicer clothes above the river, and people wear kind of regular stuff. They don't look super fancy. You don't get the nice stuff either. It's weird.
I feel like
Um,
Valo would learn that that's supposed to be fancy, but they are like, I like the
Yeah.
other clothes better.
Yeah, it
Why are
would.
you spending?
How nice are the clothes of the people who are too good to be on the same landmass?
We'll get to that. But
I want
you,
bug.
as you are kind of going about this, go ahead, give me the first roll. Let's get a survival or nature to see how you do at your bug.
Oh
hunting.
shit!
Yeah.
God, you're making me pull out my dice now.
Yep.
Shit.
For D&D?
You said survival or
Or nature.
kill
Whatever.
yourself. I guess I'll do. Wow, my nature is. Oh, because I have shit intelligence. I'll
So-
do survival. God, I forgot my intelligence was awful. Where's my dice rolling apparatus? It's not an apparatus. It's just the tray. Who the fuck knows? Don't fall off the desk, please. Where did you go? Woo! I got a nat 20. That makes 28.
Oh my god. You find bugs that the people of Zarpin didn't even know made home here.
I'm
What?
collecting all of them. Do I find fish too?
Oh
They're
yeah.
going in bags. I have a
Both.
separate fish bag and a separate bug bag.
You probably get a fish that might even be too big for your bag.
Damn. I will release that one.
Okay.
It obviously is a fit
Almo-
survivor. He'll go back in
almost-
the river.
Almost kind of in a weird symbiotic way, because you release it, it almost kind of chases smaller fish to you.
Hell yeah.
And you manage to get an even larger haul of fish than you probably would have otherwise. And then that large fish fucking disappears. It wants nothing to do with you after that.
Yeah, it's like, here, take these. Don't catch me again.
Yeah.
Bye
so
bye.
you're going through your day, and then I'll do this for everybody else's sake. When the individual you become a little bit acquainted with makes their way to meet you kind of out in the park, the pale-skinned, light pink, almost salmon hair, red mask over the face, member of the academy, Shh.
Yes.
And Shh walks up to you. We will be expecting the airship shortly. So I would recommend, if you don't already have it all, gather your things from the inn. Kind of stops and looks at you.
Everything I need. It holds up the 2 bags. They have their like stick and like their bag with like the few things they have on their
Yes.
back, and then they hold my lunch.
I see. Just know you might get strange reactions to that once we reach the academy. Though I don't think most people will care.
Any stranger than the looks I get all the time?
True. Very true. You should be meeting a couple of the other scouted students once we reach the airship, and apparently they've tagged a couple of the other academy faculty with them. I'm not quite sure why it's suddenly a collective gathering, but we should be expected to see a few of the... None of the ones I asked you to be careful of. Well, that's not true. The High Diviner will be there, so if you wanted to bring up the topic with them, you could. Though that is completely up to you. I should mention she is one of the humble folk. She is a Lumu. Is it Lumu or Luma?
I think it's Loom. I don't remember.
Hold on, I have it written down.
Remind me what that is.
She is a Luma. It is a type of bird. So she is a humanoid bird, So
the big things that I used to hunt, but no more. Not those ones.
Different in that they are much larger, and
like me with my spiders?
You will see.
Yes.
Her and her people, the different types of humble, they are all humanoid animals. They are a mixture of animal and humanoid. So they are more intelligent by just being than your average bird. So
yes, they sound, what is the word? Cute.
Some are, yes. I believe that is a pretty common thought about them.
I would like to point out that I put this in Valo's personality. Valo is probably called pretty much almost every race they've seen cute so far. It is not actually just exclusive to the humble. She has probably had to put up with this.
You sure would have finally explained at some point that they are a changeling. They would have been... They probably have not gone into exact details of what that is, but for your knowledge, you have only ever seen them looking the way they are. They have not changed appearance at all. Not that... So Valo probably doesn't even know that's a thing they can do.
Yeah, it's just I'm a changeling. I was like, got it.
I will... Sure, yes, exactly.
Our changeling's cute.
I mean, it's cute. So they just think everything is cute. They would see if they saw a halfling, they'd be like, cute. A human, cute. Elf, cute.
So you...
they learned the word cute, and then it went downhill from there.
So, Shirt would take you, would start to get you towards the airship area, and as you're kind of going through the walk through the town, they would kind of retread over something with you. You still had a couple of questions about the academy itself, correct?
Did I? Is this the question at the bottom of my thing?
Yes.
Yes. Death.
Yes. Well, in terms of study at the academy, outside of very rare occurrences, death is not common at all. Even practicing magic and studying it, the chances nowadays of it going awry and causing death are very, very, very slim. The danger more so lies in the expeditions the students go on. And even then, however, we faculty do a very careful examination to make sure that the expeditions, the adventures, the travels you go on will be accurately given to those based on how strong they and their traveling companions are. And you'll never go on an expedition alone.
Friends.
Correct. You will have time before the end of the first week to hopefully make some friends and decide who all you wish to go on the first expedition with. You're not
Perfect.
limited to the other scouted acolytes. You can pick people who are regular students. Though again, we try not to pair new students with those who have been at the academy for very long periods of time, as we expect there will be an experience difference.
Yes, I will make friends, and I help them.
Very good. Now then, and you start to approach the larger, it's a raised platform, the staircase on the other side from where you are, but it is probably one of the two tallest buildings in all of Zarpin, the other one being the manor on the island kind of set out on the northern portion of the town, but this is the larger landing station for the airships that you will start to make your way towards. And while we do that, we will cut to the manor to the north. It is the early morning, and there is probably much to be done. You do know that your recruiter is supposed to be coming to pick you up. You would hope not too long before the airship is set to arrive in town, so you've got time in the day to get anything and everything you need ready. Fen, would you like to run through what exactly you are doing?
Another great day of doing my favorite thing, being Adrian Abracalibre. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna make myself an extremely large breakfast.
Okay.
Then I'm just gonna I don't know, live it up, wait a bit,
Okay.
I mean, there's
Does Adrian wind up... You have the house all to yourself. Do you wind up
Yes.
cleaning up after yourself? Are you gonna run through all the chores, or do you think you're gonna leave things the way they are?
Shoot, this is actually a pretty good question. Oh, because I'm just straight up leaving after this. I guess I'll clean up after myself.
Okay.
I didn't think that through before making a large breakfast. Well, it's okay. This probably won't waste my entire day.
No.
And if it does, who cares? Not a problem. We're chill. This is the chill day.
At some point in the day, you would probably head to the bedroom of Adrian, a place you're quite familiar with, obviously. And you would glance over the desks where study happens and the beds where sleep happen. And you would remember, and probably just through double checking to make sure nothing is going to be left out of place, you would notice that there's a notebook in the desk that has some notes about the academy. Seemingly from all that study and prep that has been done to get ready to head off as a scouted acolyte.
Right. Oh, I mean, how hard could it be to just wing this?
You gonna leave the notebook?
I'll keep it, but I'm not gonna open it yet.
Okay.
I mean...
Yeah. And as you kind of get that ready and start to get some of your supplies together, a little earlier than you expect is a knock at the door.
Who could it be at this hour?
Which you also have to go pretty far to get to the door, because it's not a small estate. It's not you are most likely not near the door at this time because you weren't ready for this yet.
Right.
So it takes you a bit.
I'm just like, 1 second. Another second.
It'll be a
God,
bit.
that's a lot of years. Okay. And then I open the door.
And as you get to the door, you are greeted by a figure you have seen a couple of times come to the estate. Ian Fizz Ethan, the gnome, and of course, the high transmuter of the academy. I should note that if I didn't say it, Sh is the High Illusionist. But yeah, Ian Fizz kind of, you open the door and, how tall is Adrian?
I don't know, 5'4".
Yeah, so Ian Fizz is still about a head or so shorter than you, gnome.
Well,
And kind of looks up, and the hat definitely adds a little bit of the extra height. And he kind of glances up. Ho ho! Good to see you, young man. It's been quite some time since I've been around. I know I'm a little early, but if you don't mind, I figured I'd take a look around the estate for old time's sake. And kind of gives you a smile.
oh, I don't know. I kind of wanted to get a early start in. I mean,
Oh,
it's a lot.
trust me,
Oh.
I made sure we have plenty of time. And he kind of pats you on the shoulder and kind of makes his way in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
If I remember, your father's study was this way. And he starts up the stairs.
Oh, no. That's the guest study.
I'm sure I'll find it.
It's that one. That stairway. There's a lot of stairways in here.
Ah, of course. I'll go up the other staircase.
Cool.
Are you actually guiding him to to the head of the house's
Yeah.
study? Okay.
Yeah.
He kind of enters. Are you following him?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. He enters into the study. Quite an empty estate. I was made aware, don't worry, that your family's away on business, and I guess they didn't see reason to keep the servants around if you're going away and they won't be home, so they probably gave them, I imagine, some good pay in the meantime and sent them on their way.
Yeah, I had to make my own breakfast this morning.
So you picked up some of the good skills. That, don't know how helpful it'll be at the academy that you know how to cook, but might be helpful when you go on those expeditions. And kind of as he's talking, you see he kind of takes a peek around the desk.
Oh, jeez. We couldn't, like, hire a cook for the expeditions, maybe?
I mean, I feel often you'll find that the places you go are probably not suited for those without experience and skills for survival. Though you might go somewhere that has an inn or a tavern or people who might choose to cook for you, but that's all dependent on how you behave on those such places. Again, not every expedition though takes you to a city or a town. Sometimes you go to terrain that is best suited for or needing a wizard in the moment.
I see.
And you watch as he kind of goes to one of the drawers of the desk, and you hear the lock kind of rattle. And he kind of turns to you and he goes, "Your father and I were quite good friends." And you hear a knock, and the drawer opens.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And you see he
We're
kind
quite
of
good friends.
you see he
Breaks in.
you see he kind of picks up a small spiral
did you-
collection of
so that
notes.
Don't tell on you, or did you say that to explain how you knew how to do that?
Oh, neither. I wanted to remind you of my relation, of course, with your family, and Gregory and I are indeed good friends.
I'm not gonna sneak on you for looking at my dad's stuff.
Oh, you are all more than welcome to tell him when you see him next. I'm sure he understands. And you watch as he kind of flips through the spiral-bound set of pages pretty quickly until he gets towards the back, and he kind of stops and skims it some more. He makes a weird face. You're not quite sure what it means when he makes it. He puts the spiral-bound book down, and he closes it, and you watch as he kind of spins his staff behind him, and you watch as some effect, and you hear a click over the drawer. Well, wouldn't want anyone to get into this if they, for some reason, break into your abode when you're gone, though I'm sure they'll run into much worse surprises if they choose to.
Yeah, well, we didn't buy those glyphs for nothing.
Of course. And they're quite as far as my understanding is, your mother would have made them much stronger. I would not want to be the burglar who steps on a delayed fireball trap. Now then. I do believe I
Instant kills a burglar. It's just like a commoner with 4 health that's fucking incinerated.
Now,
Where they
Adrian,
both on the mainland.
now, Adrian, young lad, good memories I've had in this house, and I'm sure you much more. But you are right, we want to be early, not late. It would be a terrible show of me if the others saw me arrive late to our airship, so I think you're right, and the estate does feel much longer for my short legs. Let's get a move on.
Okey-doke.
And you watch as you start to lead him out, he kind of spins his wand a little bit, and just kind of out of his bag, a collection of like solid stone kind of forms into a small circular platform, and he hops on it and floats behind you.
Well,
Hoverboard.
My legs do
Okay.
get quite tired.
I'm just gonna walk like some sort of peasant. I'm just gonna-
You get to the outside of the estate, and he gets off it, and it disperses. I'll do the rest of the town like a normal walk. The big stairs of your manor are just a little too much for me.
Just imagining Fenn's character crossing, arms pouting.
Now, do you have a key to lock up?
Yeah, for sure. I have those on my person.
Yeah, you would have them.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. In that case, yeah, I lock up.
And as you guys cross the bridge out from the island, the kind of little small island the manor and estate sits on, you watch as you exit, and you almost feel and see a magical effect kind of cover over the estate. And Ian just kind of turns over his shoulder and just gives a smirk. Like I said, wouldn't want to be a beggar. Now then, let's go, man.
Lead the way.
Of course, and while I do you have any additional questions for me about your enrollment to the academy?
Questions. Let me think. I think I have it down. You know.
Of course. Though there is nothing to be ashamed of, even for one of their kids, to have questions. Things change, and even as much study as you might go through, there will always be things you're not prepared for.
Well, I'll be sure to let you know if I have anything pressing come up.
Perfect.
So I went to the bathroom. Is Fenn's character not actually Adrian?
What do you mean?
What is going on? Why
He's
is he
Adrian.
so weird? Okay.
I just made a guy who sucks.
Okay, fair enough.
This will be a great time. Let us at this point, Rine, the airship, lands above the city of Sarpin. And again, some people come, some people go. And two pairs of two who are very clear, two of which are very clearly wizards. In fact, as the gnome gets onto the ship, you have never been more certain somebody is a wizard than this man. And it's not just because of wizard hat and staff and how he carries himself. Even compared to Evelyn and Arya and Sal, there's a level of magic this man is capable of that you can just feel in the air around him. And so
Shit, Jarvan Morgan.
have you met Jarvan? I forget.
No.
I was gonna say, because that would be my next comparison for you. Obviously, would be like how he makes them. But I was gonna say I don't think Rine's met him.
Don't.
But yes, so we are. There are a couple of other people here. Adrian, you do clock pretty quick that one, there is a spider person who has gotten on this airship with you, and two,
Oh dang!
Two, they are accompanied by a changeling. And Rine, I'm trying to think of your experience with changelings, if you would also immediately be able to clock them as one. I don't know how familiar.
Can't say Ryan's ever interacted with changeling.
Yeah, so that's you of course then see what is a humanoid who has very pale skin, a different kind of pale than Zathal. And like the eyes are very almost faded and blank. It's a very expressionless face that is only made more so by the covering of it by the bandana. Of course, I will do the courtesy for Fen of posting Adrian's photo so that you can get a real look at this guy.
Wow.
Well, I also did do this just for fun. Oh, where did I put it? Oh god, I lost it. Oh no.
Even more.
I swear I fucking saved it. Where did it go? I'm so sad. Is it this one? Yeah, this is the height comparison between Valo and Rine. Valo slouches, which is why it's an actual top of head.
I don't think Adrian is that much taller than Rine. In fact,
you said 5'4".
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Ryan's 4'10", 5'4" with the hat apparently, but
wow.
I didn't make the hat quite that tall in my drawing of my really quick drawing of Rine.
It depends on how high the hat's sticking. You know, if it's flaccid like that.
See, I stole this from the drawing I did with the group photo, in which Rowan was like patting him on the head and squished his hat. So,
yeah.
But yeah, this is a height comparison. Valo is slouching, so if they stand all the way up, they do reach 7 foot.
Which, I mean, Ryan, for you, that's tall. You've been with some tall people.
Oh, for real?
Like, notoriously... Hold on, I have these numbers.
Ziggy is like 6'4", right? 6'4", 6'5"? Something like that, I think.
I have these numbers. I mean, they are in a conversation we had.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I made it. I drew all.
You asked me about it.
Because I drew everyone together.
So Ziggy and Roan are both 6'2".
6'2". They're shorter than I thought.
Yes, and then the next tallest person was Dana at 5'9". It's crazy as that is.
Wow.
So she's like Valo. They are like Valo is like the tallest person you've probably ever seen.
And they're really innocent looking. Look at that cute, innocent looking face.
Mm-hmm.
The tongue is usually in their mouth, I will say.
Okay. Ryan's walked around with essentially a walking corpse. There's not a whole much more that could surprise me.
You know what? Fair. To be fair. Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
That was my other character. I like my weird freaks. Okay.
That's fair.
So,
Freaks are cool.
As the others get on board, it is important to note, since this is the first time those of you, the other two of you, are hearing them talk, talks through distributing their voice kind of across the room. So they talk at a low level, but it essentially travels directly to your ear. They are not whispering when they talk, but it is not a loud level. So you kind of just hear this voice travel and reach you. Like you see the cloth the mouth behind the cloth move, and then a little bit after you hear the voice. As they go, I am and this is Valo. We are, of course, traveling to the academy like you. I hold the position of High Illusionist, and I hope you will be kind to Valo. And then very loudly, before you even can talk, Iamphis kind of walks to the center and goes, hello, 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 hello! If you are not familiar with me, you are now. I am Iamphis Effen, the High Transmuter, the Mountain Mover, and this is the young Adrian Abracalibre.
It's Abracalibre.
Yes, of course. I'll get it right next time, young man, I promise. I've always had a problem with it. And, Infus kind of walks over to Evelyn, you know, with Gregory and Mirabella. I'm always terrible with their last name. And he kind of...
I guess...
They're third, and I can't prove it yet.
I guess, Adrian does, like, a little polite, like, half bow, you know, to show that he's cultured.
It is pleasure to acquaintance you.
Nice to meet you.
Looks up.
Valo will reach out one of their very normal and not pointy hands. They're all pointy, but one of the normal hands. The ones that actually have hands. They are covered in spiders constantly, by the way. Those spiders aren't just for the drawing. They are covered constantly in spiders. Constantly.
Kind of as you guys get onto the ship, you notice that Sylvia is kind of in a corner, head in a book, constantly phasing in and out of the ethereal plane. Zathal is kind of minding his own business, but when you get on, he does pay attention to the display, but he doesn't particularly seem interested in making conversation. Rine, that has kind of been his vibe the entire time you've been on the ship with him today. Ami is kind of just scurrying back and forth from the area of the ship she's in. Also kind of like, she kind of goes around to everybody else and kind of takes a look at their valuables. Mainly, if you have a spell book, she kind of glances at your spell book, and then goes back and kind of like keeps hers very tight to her. And of course, there's Hesta, who actually greets the both of you like a regular person would. In fact, she's as she kind of looks over you, Valo. She introduces herself as Hesta, and she kind of starts to ask you questions about like the spiders and where you're from.
Friends.
Yes, I would love to be friends.
Answer to spiders.
Oh, the spiders are friends.
That's the answer to yes, we friends.
That'd be great. Oh, I thank you. You as well.
Thanks.
Adrian's gonna approach and be like, so, what's your position at the Academy?
Are you talking to Ami?
No, to Shh.
Oh, yes. I serve as the High Illusionist. As such, I oversee all studies that run through the School of Illusion. And he kind of motions to Yenviz, just as he's the High Transmuter. There is no position higher than us for the individual schools, of course. The only person who holds more rank than us is, of course, the Headmaster Beos, and as I'm sure you're well aware, some of the patrons who help sponsor the Academy.
Yeah. I've met a few of them myself, actually.
She kind of glances at you. That does not surprise me, given my understanding of your family history. I do not believe I found myself often acquainted with your mother or father, but I've heard good things.
Well, you know, they give me a lot to work towards, but I'm up for it.
You see Sal kind of stand up from where they were and kind of glance over towards Shh and go, quite talkative today. Does that mean that when we speak of our updates, you will be willing to share information? And you see Shh side eyes a little bit and goes, we shall see. Valo, this is interesting to you. You overhear that. Shh has been nothing but talkative to you the entire time the two of you have met. In fact, they've probably said more to you than you've said to them.
That's impressive. Valo is a talkative person as well.
Yeah. And that implication almost sounds like
to be fair,
they don't speak so much.
Interesting. I need to fucking mute my phone. Can you send the image of Hestia? Is it Hesta? Why do I keep putting Hestia? Oops. Can you?
Yes.
Goddess of the hearts.
I think that's why. That's definitely why I did it
Yeah,
into the thing, so I can have bigger image, so I can gaze upon my new friend.
Yes, let me get...
And update her name to just Hesta.
Yes. Let me also get the images for the other two.
I'm glad there's multiple freaks here. Hell yeah. To be fair, actually, Hesta is probably the most normal looking out of, like...
By traditional standard, her and Zathal are definitely the most normal. He's got stuff going on, but, like, you don't know what it is, and it doesn't necessarily seem like it's necessarily weird. It just seems like it's, like, a facial feature.
Ami, and
Yeah.
then Sylvia
yeah.
having the weird time thing.
Yeah, and then of
But
course...
mostly Ami. Mostly Ami.
And of course, Rine is, like, again, humble folk are not common outside of their natural kind of living space. You just happen to be in the presence of two of them, given Arya is also here. And of course, Adrian's a perfectly normal young boy, so, like, he's just here. Just another one
Going
in the
to
bio.
wizard school. Why would I be going to wizard school if I wasn't an up-and-coming young prodigy? Come on, guys.
I love Harry Potter.
I want you to know, by the way, that I sent Fed a couple of images for Adrian, and he looked at the one with the scarf and went, "That's terrible. That one."
Awesome. I like Hesta's hair.
Thank you.
Hesta's black. I feel it in my bones. We just have similar hair.
Actually, it's because you're the one in charge.
Yeah, that too.
But yeah, it's at this point that after kind of, you will get full introductions for those of you who have not met the other members of the Academy. They will give their introduction. I guess I could be using the Academy Life section, but that's fine. We won't. We'll keep using this chat for now. I'll put the other stuff in the Academy Life session when it matters. So let me also.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about this. Because I have the document.
Yeah. Let me pull up the images for the other people here on the other members of the Academy who are on the ship who I have not.
My throat is burning.
Just
thought you guys should.
There is Sal.
Cool.
So that you can see all three of them.
Yes.
I see.
I like the one with the purple top.
Yes, that is Evelyn.
Is she single?
You'll
Stop
have to find out.
Damn.
Real quick.
She open-minded.
Real quick, just in case you wanted them, these were the original files for Arya and Evelyn. So that, because they're what they actually look like is really a mixture of this. Evelyn's a little more, has a little more weight on her than the other image gives visual for, but
yeah, Roll20 does not have a lot of body types.
Yeah.
Not
and obviously
reroll.
And obviously that is a more bird-like image for Arya, but I wanted to move all of the faculty to the same art style, so
that makes sense.
Yeah, so I'll be using the new ones, but you can have those as references for them as well. And at this point, having done introductions and everything, the 5 members of the Academy who are here are going to Rine, you get informed by Sal, and we'll tell Valo, but they are going to have a little bit of a meeting below deck to catch up on some things related to their business with the Academy. Ian Fizz does not tell you, Adrian. He does not. He just. In fact, he's the first one to leave the room.
They're all gone.
But they move below deck to have a meeting, and talk about some things.
Well.
Valo wants to talk to the Eye.
Oh,
but they got introduced, right, Ami?
Yes.
Valo wants to talk to Ami.
Sure.
They do not say bye-bye to Hesta. They just kind of walk away. They got a rundown on etiquette, but like...
Yeah.
They've been in the woods for I don't know how long. They don't know how long. Hello.
I know how long.
Hello, friend?
Yes.
Ah, friend.
How? Eyes. One.
Yes. We Cyclopeans only have one eye, but it is better at perceiving the truth than others.
One good. Eye.
Yes, very good eye. Well, sensitive, but good.
Yes. I only use one, two. Others not real.
Ooh, but they do look very cool.
Thanks. They glow if shine lights in the dark.
Really?
Yes.
You are unique. I have not seen many like you.
You. Or anyone.
Fair. But, I know, because where I am from, there are many like me.
I do not know how many I have. Like me.
I see. We could discover this. We could
Yes.
look to find out. Knowledge.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna go over.
Adrian is just between these two fools. How tall is Ami? I want to get the full picture of what Adrian is like was in the middle of. Just kinda just imagine all the directors leave and they turn around. He turns around and it's just these fucking freaks hissing at each other.
They were both talking like over him.
Because Cyclops are typically tall.
They are Cyclopeans often hunch or crouch, so similar to Valo, to Valo in that regard. At some point when you get them excited enough, they will eventually stand full height. And they are probably about like 5'11".
Okay, so I mean, a bit taller than Adrian, but not. Yeah. If they're crouching like down to the ground, Valo will probably like mimic them because they often do that as well. That's what they use the longer arms for, not arms, appendages for. So Adrian, they wouldn't tower over Adrian. They would just mostly crouching on them.
It still feels out of place and kind of scooches over.
Racist. Alcohol Anonymous.
What?
It's because the initials are AA.
Ami will explain that she is on a pilgrimage of huge discovery.
Valo will say that they are trying to find the truth in their mind. They don't really explain what the fuck that means.
Well, pilgrimage, huge pilgrimage of huge discovery. Cyclopeans at a designated age will leave. We will leave our library, and then we explore the world, and we bring knowledge back.
I seek knowledge, but I have nowhere to take it back. It goes to my mind.
I'm on something of a pilgrimage myself. Of discovering my own potential.
You see, Ami kind of turns and looks at you.
He doesn't have to turn. He steps between them. Hello, Asian.
That's close.
Asian.
Yes.
Adrian.
Hello.
Definitely not pronouncing the D enough, but yeah.
I'm guessing you two aren't related to any shoot, I know the term for this. Why can I not remember the term for a graduate, but it's the fancy term for a graduate from an institution.
Starts with an A.
Alumni?
Alumni, yeah.
Alumni?
I take it
I don't have family.
Well, Maybe this institution will be something like a family to you guys.
I like how Ami didn't answer. You're just like, you don't fucking have one either.
I believe I will be the first Cyclopean within the Academy walls.
Wow.
They are getting better at that.
Why do you hide your face with those glass circles?
Oh, these, well, they help me see.
You have two bad eyes?
I mean, they're, put in a lot of work on the books, so, put too much strain on a tool. That's even a good tool like my eyes, and, they're gonna need some maintenance,
Valo just kind of blinks at you because he didn't know how the fuck shit you just said.
Yep.
Ami goes, I'm glad I don't need them. It would be weird for one eye.
Big
I guess you
glass.
can have, monocles are...
Yes, we do have one or two people in the library who wear them.
I see they would get in the way.
You hear Ami's voice kind of drops to a whisper. The bird boy. She kind of turns towards you, Rine. Friend, right?
Yes, friend.
Uh,
Just
friend,
watches
yeah.
me like friend.
I would say so. Wouldn't.
Yes, cute friend.
Thank you.
Valo
I
just
overheard you guys talking about glasses.
Yes, you also wear the
adjusts.
glass.
Wait a minute. Another period of good taste, and then there's no
Both of their dumb
now.
ass scarves that are dumb ass glasses. Sorry, Valo's not gonna be mean, so I have to be mean out of character.
I mean, I know lots of good people who also don't wear glasses. So,
Does anybody else in the party wear glasses? The other party?
don't think so.
Froley wears goggles when she works, but
That doesn't count.
Wow.
it does not.
Ryan's like, I know people without glasses.
I'm like, I couldn't think of any of them wearing glasses. It never came up.
It's almost like glasses look really bad on that character model from one more multiverse.
Wow.
I'm double checking to make sure. I don't think.
I know Ira doesn't. I know Hazel doesn't. I know Dana
Yeah,
doesn't. I know
no.
Ziggy doesn't. I know Nyla doesn't because I drew all of them.
Imagine,
Sis
just
doesn't.
like Ziggy does, but only when he reads.
I was gonna say,
That would
Hazel
fit
has,
his character.
I was
honestly.
about to say Hazel has reading glasses, but Hazel never reads.
That's so true. I don't even know what Ira's eyesight is like. It'd be so funny if she can't fucking see shit. That's why she's so fucking ass. Sorry. I love Ira.
And next time you meet Soleil, she's gonna have glasses.
She's like, yeah, I discovered I'm actually like shit eyesight ever since I came back. What the fuck did you do?
Your vision suddenly gets really much better, and hers gets worse.
We also split your
The
ability
part of
see.
the soul that relies on glass. The soul decides whether you need glasses or not, and yours was
They were
complicated.
originally like me, where I have one eye that's 20/20, and my brain uses that, and the other eye shit, so when it split, it gave the eyesight from each. Valo will try to shake Ryan's hand.
Ryan will accept.
Yes. Because I don't remember if Adrian accepted it before. I don't think it was said. Adrian didn't seem enthusiastic before about it.
Wait, no, Adrian, sure. That's
Okay.
a polite thing to
It's
do.
the polite thing to do, yeah.
Hell yeah. Valo learned about handshakes, so.
Wow.
Did not offer an handshake to Ami, but that's because they were too excited and started clawing around on the floor, so.
Wow.
Was the less human, etiquette around
Man.
Ami.
So also a bitch.
It's
running
almost
away. You ran
Also,
away.
like, I don't want any these fucking freaks over there. Racism at its finest, right here. I have no proof
He's
of
like
this.
gone.
Oh yeah, he left.
Where the fuck did he go?
Well,
Oh, he went down 2 floors of the ship. Oh my
I
goodness.
need to readjust something.
Oh god, there's so much of the ship. I was so zoomed in. I did not see that there was like
Because I said
so much going on.
I said our academy people went below deck, and I didn't actually move them below deck.
That makes sense.
Because don't forget that the visual you see next to you is the same deck. Which is
yeah,
why I have
it's
the
just
yeah, it's why I have
this
the
is
number.
just like
Oh,
the
yeah.
upper part.
Yeah.
And then this is the same
so
level.
that room's just below. Yeah. So I have the thing numbered so you know where they go. Like the thing they
see.
actually connect to. As opposed to the funky arrow shit we had last time.
Makes sense.
Just put arrows everywhere.
Even where it's not needed.
Yep.
Is there a particular conversation you all would like to have?
at this point of time, I don't have anyone. Not really.
Valo will offer fish and bugs. Freshly caught this morning.
I'm good.
None of the
I
bugs are
think I
spiders,
am
by the
okay.
way.
Adrian has a little like box of like biscuits and jams.
Valvara will offer to cook the fish if you'd like.
Yes, yes, people need to do that.
I mean, I can make it raw if you would like. It's acquired taste.
I usually just eat right fresh, but cook is good. I like the black.
Yeah, I'll cook it.
She's like, okay, I'll cook it. I will keep the bugs fresh. She didn't even offer to cook the bugs, but
Nope.
they're still bringing that up.
She did not
She's like,
humor
I'm
you at all
not
on that one.
Yeah,
fucking
for some
touching
reason, she didn't offer to cook the bugs.
that. People fry crickets in real life. I'm not sure what kind of bugs they have. It's not spiders though. They don't catch the spiders.
She's a
Fried
she's a
worms.
city elf. She doesn't humor that.
Did Ami take up any bugs? Anyone? Want her bugs? Want their bugs? I don't even know what Valo is. They don't either.
Yeah, Ami will eat some of the more regular bugs you have.
Hell yeah, bug snacks.
Wow. With a soundtrack by Kiro Benito?
Yeah.
Well, if there is nothing else immediate, you guys
This is what I-
will start to arrive. You will see as you fly over, the layout for the city of Varipol. So, for what it's worth, Adrian, you are from Zarpin.
Yes.
Valo, you have been in the town of Zarpin. And Adrian, you know from the talk on the streets that there is talks about moving Zarpin to the position of a city. And yet, as the airship flies above the city of Varipol, you kind of take in for a minute what exactly it means to be a city. Rine, you've been to Philadelphia. It's a vast city, but it's a city you take in kind of twice. You take in the above ground, you take in the below ground, and it's very sprawling in that regard. You've also been to Tal'Sord, which is, again, kind of quadrant split up so it doesn't feel so vast. And you saw the outside of the gates of Delpha, and we're below High Delpha, two of the much larger cities. So this definitely ranks up there, though, as, wow, this place is fucking big, especially being someone who comes from a forest. A small village in the forest.
Yeah.
And amongst all this, there are two things that immediately draw your attention. The first, because you are heading there, is the area marked with the 5 on the map, known as the bright green, which, while it is forest, like a kind of a forest park below that takes up a lot of space, the reason it's so large is that it's also actually the area where the airships land. And so it is a collection of floating islands that have kind of pathways that do not seem natural. In fact, they're floating islands. None of it seems natural. To give you a closer idea of what the layout is for it, there are 2 smaller islands that have stations for airships to land, and the one larger one, which is the one you're heading to. And then there are earthen pathways that connect them, and also pathways that then slope down to the ground floor below to where the actual kind of forest nature portion of it is. And of course, the other thing that catches your attention across the way is the Starseer Academy. The academy itself, as you might be able to tell from the proportion on the map, is massive. In terms of square footage, which I'm sure everybody is very familiar with,
Yeah.
it is the square footage of 4 football fields.
Oh my goodness.
So it's also just the equivalent of 4 football fields without the square footage. But and that's not taking into account kind of the area around the actual building itself. Which from above you kind of get the idea that it is comprised of kind of training grounds, weirdly enough, like sporting fields, and then there is an outside kind of grove area that's very filled with nature that is right in front. At this point in your arrival, the faculty from the academy will have made their way up above, and Evelyn would explain the breakdown of the districts of Varipol. The very southern portion, the southeast gate, is a more rundown kind of slum environment, but that comes from people who have made a living there to live near the large city, but not necessarily be welcomed into it. It is not that Varipol shoved its poor people outside of its walls. It is that they gathered there on their own accord. The city still considers them citizens, technically, because they don't just want to leave people without any kind of protection or care. They just also don't necessarily make an effort to improve living for them. We'll work our way backwards up that list. The Zarpentine Gate is the gate that connects the trail to the town of Zarpen. They do not particularly, they are not farmers out there, but there's a lot of outside trading stalls that kind of exist there, and the inner wall portion are kind of the common folk when it comes to the economics of the city. Next is the Iron District, which is up by the Lakeshore Road, which, as the name implies, takes you out to the town. Might even be a village of Lakeshore. A little bit farther, kind of closer to the mountain range, when you start moving out in Legalt. The Iron District is where a lot of the workers live. So they come in and out. There are people who might travel for work, who might go to some of the mines in the forest nearby, and it also is comprised of people who might do carpentry, woodworkers, kind of your what would be your equivalent of blue-collar jobs in the city, with the exception of the farmers. The farmers make up a lot of the Lakeshore Road district area that's kind of in the wall too, just a bit. Then you have the Stonehill Hollow, which comprises kind of your more middle-class area of residents. And then obviously I've already explained what the Bright Green is. It also functions as a park for general citizens. And then you have your the Academic District, where essentially family and students who are from the city of Varipol, and also alumni who choose to live in the city have residential areas for. There is dorms in the academy for students who are from not the city of Varipol or who have not moved to Varipol. But there are people who just live within the city who attend the academy. The academy being the big draw of Varipol means that there has to be lots of land and buildings allocated to people who are tied to it. Of course, then you have the Starseer Academy and the Acolyte Grove that is tied to it. And then in the center of the town, you have the market town, where all of the trade and all of the actual businesses are located at. Basically, anything you could imagine the city has that might sell is going to be there. And as you all get ready to land the airship inside the bright green and make your way down the huge sloping stone pathways, you will make your way through the market town and then the grove to the Starseer Academy.
Wow.
The highest point of the Starseer Academy is higher than the floating islands of the Bright Green. Why on earth the Academy needs a tower so tall, you have no idea. As if almost being able to tell that some of you are probably wondering that, Ian Fizz will chime in that there is no greater sign of how powerful and knowledgeable a magic institution is than how tall its tallest wizard tower is.
Wow.
Truly profound. And he says that.
Valo doesn't understand this. But they're not going to say anything.
Don't worry. There are some other people, even some of the faculty, who also clearly do not care or do not understand.
Guess you could say that knowledge kind of helps elevate you.
Exactly, young one. Exactly. Now,
Tree also help.
yes. Now, we will arrive at the academy.
I guess.
And there are two things to immediately look out for. The first is that when we arrive, once we pass through the gate and we arrive to the central courtyard, you will see that there is magic etched onto a plaque just outside the actual entryway to the academy itself, and that will have this week's schedule on it. So you can take a nice look there. It'll also list what lectures will be available later in the week. Of course, then, we will be immediately gathering in the center courtyard inside the building, where we will be giving the welcome speech to the new students as well as, of course, you scouted acolytes, so we shall want to get ready for that right away. My understanding is most, if not everybody, there might be a couple of slackers, should be in attendance.
This is a randomest question. Is there a school uniform?
No, there is not.
Okay. That would have been so fucking hilarious.
No.
But that makes sense.
They encourage the students to wear the things that make them most comfortable, and in some regards, students have acquired parts of their outfits that improve their magic, so it would be counterproductive to limit them to a particular style or attire.
You know what? I didn't realize this. Can I say that my cloak is my scarf?
Sure, yeah.
That's what I honestly, when I drew Valo, I just kind of went, my cloak is the fucking thing wrapped around the waist, because I could not put a cloak on them. That wasn't
my cloak of displacement.
My cloak of basically half of it is useless.
Don't worry about it.
Maybe not like that. Adrian just wanted to show off his cool magical cloak.
Oh, Valo
Anyway.
isn't showing off any magic. I was just saying that would be the magic.
So, you guys get to the first you get to the gate of the academy. I'm gonna post this just so it's posted ahead of time, but don't worry about that yet. We'll draw attention to it in a minute. But you guys get to the gate of the academy, where you are greeted by two faces. The first you see because he is a little further out than he probably is supposed to be. Greeting individuals. You see a human man, with a scar over his right eye, dressed in kind of baggy purple clothing with a cape behind him, and then almost added on afterwards are those like the shoulder cloth that then has the gold chain connecting it. It does not really fit his attire, and it kind of does not mesh well with the rest of what he's wearing. And he's constantly fiddling and fidgeting with it. Behind him, you see who Valo, you will get you will hear Sh's voice reach you as they go, remember what I've told you. As you see a half-orc woman in full plate armor with a large shield and a broadsword standing directly in front of the gate to the academy. Adrian, you will know of her. You've never met her, but her name has become synonymous with the academy's gates. And kind of as you approach Rine, Arya will whisper to you that is Elizura Tainen, who is the abjurer of the academy.
Oh no.
So she serves as the academy's enforcer. And you get the sense that this is the position she stays in all day. And as your group kind of motions their way up, you see the young man kind of give a slight bow, and he will introduce himself to you all. He goes, I am Davin D'Angelo. I am the apprentice to our illustrious... And you see he stops as he turns and he sees Elizura's face. Welcome to the Starseer Academy. May you find yourself safe and welcomed and ready for the best place of higher learning. And he kind of turns back and looks at her and kind of like gives a sly smile. She does not give any visual indication that he's done well.
Valo will try to remember what said, and will copy what they've seen other people do, and they'll bow. Yeah, they'll bow. It doesn't look quite right with them because like they use like all their hands, but they are bowing.
Wow.
They just go, and then they go, greetings.
And there you go.
Adrian.
There are their names in chat as well.
Yes. Let's see. How is Valo? They introduced like the first names, right? Not like. Did Valo learn which one they should go with?
You would have been you particularly for Elizura, she likes to be referred to as Elizura.
Okay.
And would have told you that putting Keeper in front of her name is technically the appropriate the appropriate title for her. You could call her Abjurer, and she would and it would also be appropriate. But that it seems like it's a thing on her regard that she likes the title Keeper.
Well, yeah, Valo's just gonna do what she said, so they'll be like, greetings, Stavin and Keeper Elizura. They're really trying.
Yeah. You see she kind of gives a nod to you and kind of looks over the collective. And she gives a small... And as she does, Adrian, she looks at you. Your mother expects great things of you. Do not let her down. She's a fine warrior.
Yay.
And then she turns to Rine. So you're him.
With a capital M.
You've heard of me?
I've been him. I will always be him.
You see, Arya looks like she's about to step forward, and Elizura kind of eyes her. Now, I mean no trouble. It's just not often that the headmaster takes interest in somebody. She kind of stares at you, Rine.
Adrian isn't that jealous at all. That's fine. Adrian's
No,
like, well,
You
I'm
Headmaster
not
Bale.
jealous at all.
Hey.
you do pull a couple of looks from the others traveling with you who clearly didn't know that. And at this point, there are other new students kind of starting to make their way in too. You all have particularly drawn attention because one, you're a collection of odd-looking people, and two, like across the board, and two, you're traveling with faculty.
Not me.
Which kind of outs you all as the scouted acolytes. But Elzar kind of still has her gaze on you, Rine. I'm interested to see what it is you'll accomplish here. Just don't go making trouble. She kind of looks over. At that point, she kind of looks over everybody, and you notice she kind of lifts up her. She kind of sets her sword to her side, and lifts up her shield, and you kind of see her hand go as if she makes a note in her shield.
These bitches weird.
I'll try not to let you down, Miss Keeper.
Miss Keeper.
Okay. And then you are all ushered into the academy.
Psst, psst. Hey. Is your name Rine? Is that it?
Yeah,
Man.
that's me.
You know, I've also met Headmaster Bales.
Cool. I imagine yours was probably a slightly better introduction to someone than mine was.
What?
You know.
No?
Things happen.
Oh, dang. Well, Listen, just... I guess don't make him think bad of me.
It's at this point,
I'll try to...
as you guys walk in, you now see the large stone plaque that then has the week's schedule on it. So you can see that over in the Academy Life chat.
Wow.
You know, mechanically they should know how to, but like realistically, Valo should not be able to read. but mechanically they should know how to.
I mean, if you needed it to, it could be read to you.
I mean, technically, they do know Common.
In fact, if you're not comfortable about the reading, do you think Valo would touch the stone?
Although, I guess... I mean, Valo probably would touch the stone, because they probably touch most things.
When you do, you start to hear the words on the stone read off to you. No one else around you hears it. It's an individual thing, where if you need to touch it, it will, it'll do the auditory response. You notice that there's a student who, it is written in, arcane script. And there's a student who walks up, and runs their finger along the actual lettering. And you see that it also functions like Braille. Where they can feel... It is multi-purposed for whatever they need. It is also important to note that if Common is not your native language, it presents itself in both Common and then your native language.
Oh, then they'd be fine.
Yeah. So, Ryan, you would also see it in Humble.
So Valo would see it in Undercommon.
Or Corvum, whatever. If it's particular, I don't remember.
So the way Humble, they call it Birdfolk.
Yeah.
And I called it on my character sheet Humble Common because I think Birdfolk is silly to be the thing you give to foxes.
Very fair.
Wow.
I would agree. So
well, I see it in common, so I'm not too impressed by anything going on here.
so Valo, it is here that you would notice there is somebody at this academy of an academic position of faculty who shares your first name.
Oh yeah, it's on the fucking plaque.
Yeah, the Thanaturge is also named Valo. but it's Valo.While.
Did I know about those before I named Valo?
Yes, but you didn't know they were gonna be relevant.
To be fair, I did not know about this before I named Valo, because the character Valo is reused from a Minecraft server I was
There you
on,
go.
and I named them Valo like way before.
Yeah.
That is really funny.
Yeah,
Oopsie.
For you guys as a
It means 8.
for you guys as the players, as the reminder, Valo was the gravekeeper back in Kapul. He's the elven gravekeeper. He is the one who recommended Rine go to the city of Tal'Sord to meet with other people who have ties to the academy, because who he was looking for in the Vital family was no longer alive. Rine, you learned this information when you met Sal for the first time, because he explained all the people you had met who had been a part of the academy, and had talked about how
this guy and this guy and this guy. It was like, what?
Yeah, he explained that Valo's role as Thanaturge is he oversees alumni, and so presumably he was just vibing in Kapul because it's tied to the academy on an alumni, like at an alumni level. But yeah, so you can see there are a couple of speakers for the you'll get this explanation in full. I think it's in the doc, but so the day of a lecture, you are able to attend one of the 4 lectures. You get to pick which one you want to attend. There's a chance that the lecture may repeat itself at another point in the year. And you guys do not all collectively have to agree on which lecture you attend. When we get to them, you could all technically attend different ones if you want. Yes, I did do it in a way where even if you all pick a different one, you will miss one of the 4 lectures. Whoops. Deal with it.
Man.
Unless you're gonna try to get creative with me. I also don't personally think you're gonna want to listen to every single lecture, but that's another...
Send my familiar to a different one. I rapidly switch back and forth between my familiar.
Oh my god.
You could technically do that. I don't know how productive it would be.
I send my spiders to a different one. I can't do anything with my spiders.
Yeah.
On a telepathic level. They're just there.
You do also notice that there is something drastically stands out to you all. Probably not, well, mainly to Adrian and Rine, which is that on the 5th day of the week, we're currently day 1. It's the start of the week.
I got Jarvan Horgan.
Yes, it is noted that one of the Archmagus is going to be in attendance. You two would be aware, Valo, you probably would have been explained this, but whether or not it stuck with you, would be an entirely separate story. Every one of the continents, in Tal'Sord has an Archmagus. It doesn't particularly specify which one Jarvan is. You would know he's not the one for Legalt, as Legalt's Archmagus is Beos. He is both the Archmagus and the headmaster of the academy. Notoriously, each of the Archmagus tried to have them specialize in a school of magic different from the other active ones, but that doesn't always happen. It is common knowledge that the current set of Magi, it's gonna kill me. But they all do happen to specialize in different schools currently. It just happened to line up that way.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, you guys make your way into the center courtyard. And at this point, you guys are actually brought closer to the front of the crowd, near the center stage that has been set up. And the academy faculty kind of gather near or closer to the stage, some of them on it. Particularly, any of the people with the role of High in front of their title, so the High Abjurer, High Conjurer, they are all on stage. At this point, all of them are here. So you see, one, Beos is here. He is center stage.
Wow.
He is a Leonin, if you do not remember.
Honestly, I didn't. Not gonna lie.
You will then see a Sabad, which I don't think any of you have ever seen a Sabad in your life. So you, what you essentially see is a humanoid, frog.
Was Rine not around when the other group met the Sabad?
Oh, yes, Ryan, you would have met the Sabad at the arena in Telhar. I forgot there was a Sabad there.
Yeah.
I never forget.
This is the second one you've seen.
That makes sense that Fed would not forget that.
There is another Warforge. Arya will take the stage. There is a female Yanti. There is a Minotaur. Shh will take the stage. You see a female human, with like, kind of like a light lime green hair. And then Ienfiz will take the stage. And then surrounding it are all of the professors and senior professors. And then there are a couple of the next tier below the high transmuter, Thanatos illusionist, just the regular the regular conjurer. Of the ones here, I have to check something. Okay, yeah. So, Elazura, the Abjurer, stayed at the gate, so she is not here. Rine, you know that Shayra is not here. You do not see her. Evelyn will take her spot there. There then is a dwarf, an Eladrin. There is a Kalashatar. Ryan, you see Valo is there, the elf, and Sal takes his spot there as well. In addition to that, there are the individual professors who are considered the head of the unique schools of learning. So there is an Astral Elf, there is a Tabaxi, there is a Fire Genasi, there's a Damfire, which is not something you'd be able to tell at a glance. So there's just a guy. There's an Air Genasi, there is a Goliath, there is an Earth Genasi, there is a Gitzerai, and there is a human man who is spinning a wand on his finger, who is actively getting scalded by somebody else as he does so. There's a bunch of other faculty, who do not necessarily need to be described to you. At this point, though, I guess it would probably be Sal. Sal actually comes around to all of the scouted acolytes, and he verifies which of your recommendations you are taking. So the only one of you who that matters for is Ryan.
What?
Whose recommendations are you publicly accepting?
Only publicly accept Baeos. It would be so funny.
See, the issue is I physically don't have his.
Again, you don't need to physically have it on you. The Academy has the record of it. It's just, what this is like they're going to announce who you have been scouted by, and this is just like for public announcement is who you want to have publicly announced.
Okay, I think I've been pretty locked in on this set of them. It'd be Arya.
You do not
Sal,
have Arya's recommendation.
Do I not?
Well,
was it someone else's in that set?
You have Evelyn.
Oh, it was Evelyn. Okay, I got it wrong because I knew it was one of the two of them. I did them at the same time.
And Arya has explained to you why she wants to give you her recommendation. She's not going to, because the last time she gave a student who was a humble folk a recommendation, things got dicey on like a social level.
It would be so funny to be like, wow, you're picking and choosing. We're gonna ignore the other 4 recommendations this bitch got.
Okay. Okay, then because it'll be Evelyn, Sal, and Valo.
Okay, so you're not going to officially recognize Shayra's or Beos in public. Okay. Okay.
I interacted with Shayra for a good 2 minutes at best. Pretty sure.
That you correct.
I want to say she actually just appears and goes, "Don't say I was here." Leaves.
And it also gives you a recommendation. Don't worry about it.
I feel like that's like a hush money recommendation. Like, you didn't see us, right?
And then it's immediately like, hey guys, who I just fucking saw.
Yeah,
Not
so
to the cake though.
So they will again reintroduce everybody. If there is anybody out of the crew you've met who you want to be reminded of who they are a scouted acolyte from, just let me know and I will tell you.
Who is Hesta?
Okay, I'll just run through them all. So Sylvia, the disembodied, is coming at the recommendation of I believe it is illusionist. Yes, illusionist Dushtai.
That was literally the only one I wrote down.
as this, they kind of do they bring you up for this and they to like get recognized, and then they kind of give a motion to the member of the faculty. Dushtai is a Kalashtar. Let me.
How the fuck do you spell Dushtai?
I definitely didn't spell it right.
There's probably a fucking apostrophe somewhere in this name. No, there isn't. Okay.
I almost got it right. I put an H in there, like Dachshund.
See, mine would have been right if I didn't put a hyphen between Dash and Tai.
Which is fair. I do like to do that sometimes.
So it's like specifically the way it's being pronounced, like the very clear, like Dash Tai.
I mean, a C. Damn it.
That's fair.
I feel like there should be like a gap there.
So Hesta is coming at the scouting of High Thanaturge, Viviana Coleman.
I do already have in here. I'm filling in all the ones I'm changing with red, Sean, in case something is wrong.
Okay.
Because the hyphens you had by default in red, so I'm just leaving them that way in case.
Yeah, I think
I have a M question mark in the race section.
Yeah,
changelings are changelings.
If you particularly want it to be right for they are. I have it marked as NB for non-binary.
Okay, that also makes sense.
There are a couple of faculty who are. Of note, if you want to know, Dushtai is also. They also go by they them. So they would also fall under that of the ones you've met.
Okay, who would do that? Like to clarify that I.
For
the listeners, we would like.
there is a faculty we'll get into who is complicated, and don't worry about that.
Good.
Sometimes they're non-binary, sometimes they're not.
It'd be like that.
Wow.
So then next up.
So yeah, the only ones I wrote down were Sylvia and the gay one. What the fuck was that? I lost the name. Zothel.
Oh, did I actually write down who they were all? I was like recommended by person, but I didn't get like last names for half of them.
Yeah, so Adrian, obviously they'll do Adrian, they'll do Valo. That's Ian Fizz and respectfully. Do you want Ian Fizz's name spelled out for you? For those of you who don't
I would be neat. Also, could you remind me which thing he was?
He is high he is high transmuter.
Okay.
And you also know his title is Mountain Mover.
Mountain Mover.
And yeah, he recommended me.
I wish Valo was mean.
And he is a gnome.
Gnomed.
Viviana is a human.
What the fuck did I put Viviana's name? It is human.
If you didn't, I'll get you. I'll get you the other ones. There's Arya's name, so you have it. For those of you who don't, just have it.
I don't have anything.
And then, I should get you... you'll get the one for Evelyn. You'll get Evelyn's. Let's Bilby say her name again as well.
Ooh, I like her last name.
You get Sal. I think Sal's given you his full name before. But so again,
yeah, I do know it's Salvatore Sparkfuse. Yes.
Yes.
Or Salvager. Fuck. I did know Sparkfuse's last name.
Salvatore is
It is
also
on here,
really
too.
rad. So I do not blame you.
You really like alliteration.
That one's not it. So that's a tricky one. His name is Salvager for a reason. His last name is Sparkfuse for an entirely separate. It should be noted, Warforges do not typically have last names. So his is a unique case.
Fair enough.
Out
Valo doesn't have a last
of
name.
curiosity, Adrian, make me a Arcana or History check in relation to that, because we'll see if you know why.
Oh boy.
I believe Rine was told.
Arcana or
Certainly, definitely, maybe. I don't know.
I might have it in my notes, but that's on my other sheet.
Key in mind, go.
That was super cocked. I need to get out my dice tray so that
It's the
Yeah,
super
super-
cock.
nope, 6.
Okay. Yeah, you have no idea. That name, the last name Sparkfuse means nothing to you. It probably should. It's probably been brought up before, but you don't remember.
So it's not important.
Rine, you would know. You might not know the exact correlation, but he would have explained to you that he took the last name of his creator.
That's what I thought it was.
Yes.
That does vaguely ring a bell.
But Valo obviously would.
There is just other
I know the
implications
Salvager
behind
is.
that.
That's what he does.
Yes. So then we have Zothal, who was scouted by Shayra.
Yes.
So I'll re-put her full, because they would announce her full name.
Where did my pen go?
Senna. Hey, wait a minute.
And then Ami,
Let's actually put Shayra's last name.
Ami, who was scouted by Thegal. You should know, this probably won't come up again. Every single Sabad's name is 3 letters, apostrophe 3 letters. That is just how they are named.
How do you spell the thingy that it is?
Yeah.
It's
So
like a slod, but different.
it is in fact
I
the
will
exact
do it.
opposite of a salad, and you should not refer to them as that. Of note,
Racist.
Thegal is female. I should post their image, huh?
Famali.
No, I'm just imagining her.
Here, let me
draw her. This would be
It's
racist archetype full drawing.
Whoa.
It's okay, Vala's not doing it, I'm doing
It's
it.
just gonna do what I want. I don't think it's gonna put it where I want it. It didn't. So that's Shayra again.
Okay, I thought you were saying the goal, and I was like, that doesn't seem correct.
This is Thegal.
Damn. Is Hazel's mom single?
That's complicated. Yeah, so they run through they will run through everybody's introduction. And at least publicly, Rine is the only scouted acolyte who has more than one faculty listed. You're not sure if anybody else is publicly not saying if they've been scouted by an additional person. But at least on the public records, everybody here is one person, Rine is 3.
Wow.
also, in addition, I guess I should, because he is here, and in this process, he would be the one reading out this information, and he would also come to shake each of your hands. It's Beos.
Ace. Fuck, I spelled that wrong. Damn it.
Yeah, sorry, you weren't. I would have been very impressed.
I spelled it Baos.
Wow.
But Ryan, he does save you for last. There is no alphabetical means to this. There is no logic behind it besides the fact that he's chosen to save you for last.
Evil fucker.
You have no way to tell how they decided to do the ordering of this. As far as you know, it could be when the people were decided to be scouted. You don't have enough information to know, but you are last. And he does give a slightly awkward pause after he reads your 3, but he doesn't do anything else, and he does go to give you a handshake.
He's like, damn, I fucking mean nothing to you, bitch. Shit. It hurt his feelings.
Lol.
And he will quietly say to you, it's loud, so no one else is gonna be able to hear it. But he will quietly say to you, I'm glad to have you here, Rine.
And I'm glad to be here.
And that brings a close to the opening ceremony.
Anyone get weird vibes from that? No? Okay, well.
I mean, you didn't hear it, so.
They announced that for the rest of day 1, current students are expected to study. New students, they call this Exploration Day. You are free to roam the academy or the city, whatever you choose.
Do they put any rules on that?
No. Just
Okay.
be back for students who don't live in town. If you are gonna be dorming, which is all of you, they want you back before sun's completely set.
Okay, back before sunset. That makes sense. Valo hates this, but that's okay.
But yeah, so most of the other students who are gathered leave, to go do whatever it is they were going to do. Adrian,
Yes, that's me.
you are approached by a set of people.
Oh?
They mug
As you are approached by a female half elf, a female centaur, and a female elf.
Uh-huh.
And they are approaching you in flying V formation, with the
What?
half elf at the point of the V.
This seems like you're about to get bullied.
No. These are clearly my people.
And she introduces herself as Elrilla Shadow.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you that, don't worry.
Oh, but when I make names that are hard to pronounce and spell, I'm the bad guy. Nobody liked. I named a character Dawn, and nobody liked how it was spelled.
It's spelled D-O-N?
D-E-A-N.
Okay, that's interesting. I
So-
can't
so,
judge
so
you.
is it a joke on Sean? Is that the
Yeah.
bit here?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair. So yeah, she approaches.
Sean, I think you put that in the wrong channel.
You're sure right I did.
I was gonna say, we didn't get anything.
I saw it ping in Silver Sailors.
See, I do not
Which
have.
I can
so I
only
was
see
just
because
like,
I have an honorary spectator.
Yeah, I was
Uh-oh.
just like, oh, we don't get this, I guess.
Oh, sorry, there's also another person with her.
Oh my
I can't
god.
believe I almost forgot this. Trailing
You're getting bullied.
trailing behind them.
No. They're clearly inviting me to their clique.
Trailing behind them, you do not get an introduction to them yet. But you see a small kobold.
Huh.
But yeah, Elrilla will approach you. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Elrilla Shadow. These are my friends. And she'll motion to the centaur first. This is Lazral, and this is Wysa.
Which one is she? Is she the half elf?
She's the
The
half
ple-
elf.
The pleasure is mine. My name is.
Adrian, yes, I'm aware.
Oh.
Your family has quite the history with the academy.
Ah, they're
So
suck
you
ups.
know it.
I'm actually an apprentice. I apprentice under High Enchanter Utsha.
Oh. So you're not a student?
No, I am.
Oh.
Sorry, maybe this was something that they glanced over. So you have the acolytes, you have the initiates at the bottom, and then you have the acolytes who are officially enrolled students, and then you have the scouted acolytes who have come here on recommendation. Which,
Right.
again, congratulations to all of you. It's phenomenal that you can do that. And then you are an acolyte for the majority of your time here at the academy. You're an acolyte until you graduate, technically is how it's considered. Unless you get a direct apprenticeship under one of the higher... There are no apprentices for the professors and senior professors, but there are the apprentices for those who specialize in the schools. So I am under apprenticeship to the High Enchanter. Most of the higher faculty only take one apprentice at a time, so it's a very limited role that you can have.
Uh-huh.
Currently, there are, I want to say there are 6 of us apprentices in the academy. I'm sure you probably saw Davin on your way in. He apprentices under Elizura. So he gets to stand by the gate all day.
I have met him, yes.
Yes, he's a little... Well, he's something, all right. What school are you looking to study, Adrian?
Personally, well, I was scouted by the high. I know this. Hang on, high transmuter, but I can break the mold. I think I'm just gonna start by scouting around a bit.
I see. I would have thought transmutation. I'm not going to lie, given your father's history with the academy.
Yeah, well, I've dipped into enchantment recently myself, a good amount. In fact, I've I know it's atypical, but I've for my family, of course, but I've picked up a bit of prowess as a bard.
Uh-huh.
Yes. But of course, I retain that I contain multitudes. I will probably study whatever comes most naturally to me.
Well, High Enchanter Usha is quite busy right now, so if you ever need additional aid with anything regarding the School of Enchantment, you can come to her apprentice.
Of course. And that is...
You hear kind of her 2 friends giggle a little bit behind her, and you see the kobold has like nudged his way forward. Rilla is the apprentice.
Right, yes.
And she,
of course.
And you see the 2 girls kind of side-eye the kobold, and Rilla kind of looks back at him. And she kind of gives a nod. I am Rev.
Nice to meet you, Rev.
And he kind of gives like a salute. I'm an initiate. I'm here to see if I have the prospects to become an acolyte.
I see.
And kind of looks to Elrilla. They kind of like questioning nod, and she kind of reassures him a little, and he kind of takes a step back. If you ever need anything, and you for some reason can't find me, If you come across Rev, he will deliver any message you need to me.
I will let you know.
And she kind of turns her attention over and sees you, Valo. Respectfully, what are you?
Hi.
Oh, that is Valo.
No,
She's,
my apologies. You're right. Sorry, Valo. Respectfully, what are you?
Valo.
Yes,
Yes.
So, I'm a half elf. Adrian's a
Yes.
human.
Yes.
Are you just Valo?
Valo. Yes.
Interesting.
I look spider, but obviously not. So Valo.
You notice that she kind of takes a glance over you? That's interesting.
Valo did show off the spiders when they said spider.
Yeah, she doesn't particularly seem perturbed.
That's good. Valo isn't trying to disturb people.
Yeah.
Valo just has spiders.
The elf with her, Wiza, does kind of like backs behind.
Wow, we're in magic school and you're scared of spiders?
Yeah,
Dumbass
she backs
bitch.
behind the centaur and it's like, man, not a fan. Yeah, you'll have to let me know if you find out anything else about you.
That is the goal. I will let you know. As
You see Rev kind of poke his head around. Elrilla.
Elrilla.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And then she'll kind of turn to you, Rine. Star of the show, huh?
Bully him.
Just wanted
No.
to recognize all the
Leave him
different people
alone.
I've ran into. All three of them had major impacts on me.
Yes. All three of them, huh? Well, I don't know a lot about you, Rine, but, by nature of the Academy, you have my respect. I'm curious to see what someone who is able to garner such good renown wants to do here. You, my understanding is you've done quite a lot already. So, If you have time at one of the days this week, I would be interested in hearing about the incident in Telhar.
Maybe.
Of course.
Maybe.
I will not make you share anything you don't wish to share. Well then, kind of claps. We got studying to do, girls. And you see the elf kind of lean down to Rev. Why don't you go get us drinks, huh? And he kind of gives a nod and scurries off.
We change that friend line to slave.
Whoa.
Whoa.
If any of you are interested, if you want to try to get a gauge of this group, you can feel free to make me an insight, or perception check, either
Let's
of
see
the
if
two.
Valo's even good at either of them, or if Valo's just taking
I will
everyone at
do
face
one of
value.
those.
Valo will.
I do have proficiency in those for some reason.
24 perception check.
What was
I'm
it?
gonna try.
What was the number? Sorry.
24.
Okay.
I'm gonna
For
try
perception.
insight, just to see, like, just
Okay.
looking at Rev, because fellow creature.
Mhm.
And what Rev is. Got soft 20.
Okay. Are you doing
Classic
anything,
20.
Ryan?
Placid
No,
20.
that was an 18. Should be the same, I guess, insight, but it's the
Okay.
same number for either.
We'll start with the perception. So Adrian, you notice that, Rev acts in a way to Elrila like a servant would. He motions and waits for responses, but he only does it to Elrila. He did just listen to the other two, but even then, he kind of, like, he made a glance up to her to, like, visually clarify that that's the thing to go do. It is definitely not like a he runs errands for the whole group. It is a he does what Elrila is telling him to do. And yet, from like a glance, Elrila's not like very over the top or blatant about it. She just kind of does it. And she does it pretty quick. It's not like she's not like playing it up to be like, oh, look at me and my servant. Like, she's just very much like, yes, go, yes, good, fine, yes. And so you can visually see that in their interaction. Valo, you are looking at Rev in particular. You got the sense that he is going to go run and get those drinks because he was told to go do that, but he doesn't seem particularly enthused about doing it. But you got the sense earlier watching him that there was no... In fact, his interaction with Elrila was less... He was waiting... was less, okay, here's a command, I must listen. It was, he walked up and waited for Elrila to give him a command. And, like, he was waiting for her to give approval. To the sense that you actually feel like he might be putting on an act. Not that he is necessarily, like, being treated like a servant. Rine, we're gonna direct yours more towards Elrila. You get the sense from her, between her and her friends definitely are treating Rev like a servant. And probably have some malicious intent behind that. Elrila actually seems like she doesn't really like doing this, but she's doing it nonetheless. And you get the sense, however, that there is a connection between her and Rev that doesn't exist with the other two girls. And just, like, broadly, you can tell by looking at them, the two girls have definitely flocked to her because she's talented, and because, like, it's good for them socially to be with her. She doesn't really seem like she has any particular strong feelings one way or the other about the other two girls, from just a cursory glance of her. And they go on their way.
Huh.
They seem odd.
Adrian, make me a history or arcana check. Now that you see there's a, like, servant dynamic here.
Okay.
See if there's, like, you kind of go through your mind of, like, is there any nobility that I've heard of that she might be tied to?
Regular old 16.
On which one, arcana or history?
History.
Okay.
I think. Hang on. Let me double check really quick. Yeah, history.
You remember that there was a point in time where Mirabella was doing research. Well, what she was going over old, like, mission logs. And you swear you probably overheard while passing the room her mention the last name Shadow.
Okay.
Which means that Elrilla's family is definitely tied to the Academy in some way. Because she would not have been called on a mission pertaining to it if it was not something the Academy set out to deal with.
Interesting.
But you don't remember any of the other. You just remember hearing that, and it's only come up now in your mind because like the name made you remember.
Yeah. Yeah, they're probably not worth my time.
Well, with that, you guys have the day to explore. Are there things you are interested in? Whether it be the Academy or the city?
Valo wants to climb the tall tower,
Okay.
like on the outside.
Whoa.
Just like,
man, look
Hey, Valo, where are you going? Oh.
Okay.
it's just like trying to scale the wall if they can.
I'll need you to give me an athletics or an acrobatics check.
Really? Okay.
You are going to be able to scale the tower. This is to decide how far you're gonna get.
Okay.
Or you could give me a con save.
Oh God.
Any of the three are applicable.
Okay. Well, you said athletics,
Acrobatics or con save.
Oh, athletics and con are the same. So go. I guess go athletic. I guess they're the same modifier. I can't read in the dark. Sorry, let me get my lamp. Jesus Christ. Okay, what is this? It's a 14 on the die. 19.
19. Okay.
Yes.
You actually. So let's do a little bit of explanation for the layout of the Academy as you are going to be scaling this tower. The Academy is multi-floored. The first floor has like dining hall, a couple of training halls, dormitory. Second floor has where the maguses, all the base level professors, their classrooms and offices are on that floor. There are also a couple of training halls for different kind of studies, and training halls designated for different schools and purposes are littered throughout this floor as well. Third floor, I'm saying this because you're going up these floors as you pass through this tower in particular. Yeah. And I'll explain what the tower is in a second. Third floor has the senior professors, their classrooms, a couple of more advanced training locations. Fourth floor has the offices and special lecture halls pertaining to the people who fall under just the school of magic they are in, that they then specialize in as the head of that school. So that is all of like the abjurers, the illusionists, and then all the special schools that are littered throughout it too, like the blade singing and the scribes and all that. It also has the entryway to the higher level of the library. The first floor also has a library entryway, which is what the tower is. The tower is the library. Okay. And so there is a level of access that gets cut off to students at a certain point. So the first 3 floors of the tower up are available to all students. You're not sure what the accessibility is then after that for the rest of the tower, but the 4th floor is where there is an entryway, and that is particularly guarded and closed off to regular acolytes, as far as you know. 5th floor are where all of the high abjurer, high illusionists, all of their offices and additional special lecture halls are. There's also very advanced training halls up here that are reserved.
Wait, what was they're for abjurers?
The high position. So high abjurer, high illusionist, the people who have those titles.
High position and advanced training. Okay.
Yes. The 6th floor has and it does kind of decrease after from the 5th floor up, it kind of decreases the base academy structure inside. Like, it skims out and gets smaller.
Okay.
It's set up in a ring-like fashion. So it is like a circular building, more so. With, like, the library tower kind of being attached outside. There are some other additional towers that you're not sure what they're for. So you imagine that the levels correlate to how many people have to use those floors, and the only reason that the 4th floor isn't smaller is because of those extra positions in schools for, like, chronomancy and graviturgy, like all the additional wizard schools that kind of fill the spots also have to take up room on those floors, and they balance out to be the same level as the ones below them. Since there are only so many in the high position, that floor is significantly smaller. Even smaller than is the 6th floor. I can give a big write-up about this in the info chat later. The 6th floor then holds the headmaster's office and a couple of special offices that are designated for particular individuals. It also has the highest level of access for the library. Like, that is there are 3 entry points for the library. 1st floor, 4th floor, 6th floor. The tower then continues up probably 3 more floors past that. So it would be like a 9-floor tower for the library. None of the other towers are that big. You are able to get up to the start of where the 6th floor is on the tower, until kind of as you hit that, you can feel there is additional magic that physically would stop you from scaling higher. And you would have noticed as you were going that, like, windows and such have similar magic protections. The entire upper level from here on up is just encased in magic. That, like, even trying to grab hold and climb, it is going to purposely push you away.
Yeah, Valo will stop, because obviously they don't want to fall from a high tower, so they're just gonna, like, kind of circle the 6th floor a bit, like on the outside.
Okay.
Just kind of look around. Like, you know, they wanted the high ground to gaze
Go ahead
upon.
and make me perception or investigation.
We'll go perception, because my investigation's a plus fucking 0.
Yeah.
Where did my dice go? I need to get my dice box. I'm not going to right now as I roll this, but I do need to do that. That's a 14, so 14 plus 8, whatever that is. Jesus Christ, 22.
22. Okay. I forget you guys are level 8, so I forget that. I have to keep that in mind when I'm thinking about things. So you kind of circle around the 6th floor, and you briefly get to glance in, and you notice that you have found the window to the headmaster's office. And in it, you do see Beos sitting at his desk, and he is speaking to somebody, who you recognize because you saw them at the ceremony. And you are able to identify and remember her because I believe Shh would have warned you about her to some degree.
Oh, fucking course. Which one is this?
You see him talking to the High Enchanter, Utsha, who is the Yanti.
Yes. I remember that from when I...
Yes.
Intro.
You can tell from where you are that these windows are magically soundproofed, so you're not able to hear anything. But you do see, you are able to see, what's your passive perception?
Oh, God. Let's see. 18.
Okay, your eyes do see, like, you briefly, quickly narrow in, and you see Beos has a set of papers on his desk, and you see one that has your name on it, and it has who you were scouted by under it. You see Rhine's, and you see that his has 2 additional names. Then you can't tell what they are, but you just see there's 2 additional names. Just a really quick glance. So he had 5 recommendations. You see Ucha hand Beos a paper, and you watch as he adds a name under one of the other scouted acolytes' list of recommendations. And he adds a name under Zathal's.
Under Zathal's.
Yes. And you kind of watch, and you, and
I don't think that's how you spell Zathal. Sorry, continue.
you're good. Hold on, I'm gonna. It's not necessarily gonna help because I'm gonna go put it all the way up where his image was, but I'm gonna add Zathal's.
Zothal.
I do know how to spell his name.
Okay.
I just had to scroll up in my notes.
Yeah. So yeah, she does hand Beos an additional paper, and he adds a name under Zathal's recommendations. And then you decide that you don't need to be here any longer, and you move on.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Valo's particularly nosy, so
You
they would do that. Yeah.
still are kind of doing one more round. You're doing like a full round of the school because it's fun.
Yeah.
Need to be up here. You pass by another window. One of the windows you pass by is empty. Another one you pass by is empty, but it has the markings of a circle in the ground for it. And the room is pretty spacious. And you see there are marble busts of individuals in this room. And there's 8 of them, which you would know just off immediate magic correlation, 1 for each school of magic. There's a bust. So it's a room with a teleportation circle.
I like 8.
And 8, and 8 busts. They're hard from this area, and there's not a lot of light in the room, so you can't really make out any of the details about them. And you kind of do the other one, and you find the window for the last room on this floor. And through it you see a collection of different magical items, kind of hanging off this office wall. And you see there's actually a man there in the room. And it didn't feel like he was there when you first looked in, but like you glanced around the room and then eventually your eyes kind of settled on him. He's a very tall man with white hair kind of pulled back into a ponytail. He seems he's in good shape but does look kind of old. And you see he is he has some kind of magic effect in the room. And you see he has you can briefly see through it that he is watching like an overhead view of somebody. Like he's actively watching them. And you see that it is a woman with red hair and a sword. And he's just watching her move around wherever she's at through magic. And then as you get ready to move, you think you notice that he might have saw you. But he doesn't make any movements or anything afterwards. And that's your tower. That's your tower climb. Your tower climb.
Yeah. But I was like, cool. I have learned information about the school. That's why I asked if anything was off limits, because if Valo had been told specifically, do not climb the motherfucking school, they would not have.
They probably, maybe, perhaps haven't thought about this.
What, they don't often get spider students who can just climb walls at 35 feet per 6 seconds?
Presumably, nobody has been caught using spider climb to scale the academy yet.
To be fair, they aren't using spider climb.
Yes, but that would be the case in which they would have made a rule about it. Is they would have gone, hey, no more of that.
Oh, wait, how? Okay, wait. Does that means that Valo climbs at 350 feet a second, a minute. So they're going.
Yeah.
That's how that works, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
going.
What are the
They're
rest
doing
of you doing while Valo has left and has
They just
I'm
immediately start climbing.
Adrian's actually gonna chat up their new friend Rine. Hey, so you're I guess you're a pretty big magic deal, huh? Like, whoa, 3 different recommendations, huh? Pretty cool.
And I guess so. I think I just kind of got lucky. Like I physically interacted with all of them. It kind of just my adventures took me in places where
Okay,
things just kind of happened.
You're like down to earth. Be considered like trustworthy too, right?
I would say so generally.
Okay, listen, man, I'm gonna need your help. Okay, I am woefully unprepared for freaking wizard college. I got the recommendation because of my parents. I am not a wizard. I have not studied as a wizard a day in my life. I'm a bard. I don't know how I got here. I'm kind of just playing it by ear, and I'm a bit scared. You know, I kind of hoping those other people could have given me some help, but they seem like too. How do I say it? I feel like they would have caught on a bit too easy, and I don't think they would have been nice about it. So just letting you, please.
No, well, bards do still cast magic, don't they? I don't
Yeah.
see what I don't see the problem here. It's not the traditional thing, but I don't imagine everyone here is very in the traditional wizard sense. I mean,
That's a
even
spider
it.
fucking climbs.
I mean, like, even within our group on the ship, Hesta's a druid. I didn't get to really talk with the other ones, but
I also just don't really know that much about this setup. I should have been paying more attention to what was going on. I kind of had other plans, but I guess I'm in wizard school now.
well, I don't know.
Oh,
Well, you're a real
I'll help as
trooper.
much as I can.
Thanks. Phew. Good.
Don't know how much that will
I know I've
turn
got
out to be.
your ball in my court now. Or my ball is in your court?
I don't know. I'm not
Don't
really
do a
one
lot of
for sports.
Yeah. Man, we got a lot in common, buddy. I'm also just not that smart. Like, I don't know. Don't worry about it, though. I'm gonna try playing it by ear. I just need to know that someone else here has got my back.
As long as you are able to do your stuff. I don't know.
Okay, cool, sick.
There's more to magic than memorizing every spell. That's
Right.
Brian, you also know that the academy isn't like, okay, time to sit down and take your magic exam 101.
Yeah.
Like, notoriously, the Starseer Academy is as renowned as it is because they've forgone traditional academic structure. So the things they're most concerned about are that you are actively engaged while a student, which means like attending the lectures, using your time to study and learn about magic. And this is, they don't word it like this, but you get the implication from how they talk about it. The success rate of your explorations matter, or of the expeditions matter. Like, you go on expeditions and finding information, doing something that is helpful in relation to why you've gone on those expeditions is beneficial, and thus kind of awards you points.
makes sense.
Do you guys have anything else you'd want to do kind of throughout the day?
Let's see. I mean, I'm prepped.
faculty is available. If there's anybody you want to seek out, you're welcome to explore the makings of the academy and learn things about like where you can and can't go.
Hmm.
Time for me to go visit the library, see if I can find books about these weird fucking marks that one friend has. I know that's maybe a thing I can learn about here.
Adrian, hang around Rine.
Okay.
Right, Ryan's just gonna explore around, probably go visit the library for most of the time.
Okay. So you're gonna head into the library, and Adrian will follow you. Okay, with that in mind, you will get to the library. And let's, when you get there, you will notice, there are 2 members of the faculty who are actively here right now. The first is Sal.
Of course he is.
Yeah. He seems to be doing upkeep, he seems to be double checking everything to make sure things are where they're supposed to be. And at a table, there are a couple of students who are just kind of around them, seemingly asking them questions. They are wearing robes that would indicate a level of authority that tells you they're faculty. You see a tabaxi.
And if I have any amount of pattern recognition, that would have been the scribe when you were going down the list of the other people.
Yeah, because I did read them in order.
I assumed, but when you ended with the guy holding a wand for $1. I mean, grouping of people, that's interesting. It's worth going to see what the happenings are.
Okay, so you come over and you see there are they're just students. Nothing that really strikes you as like any of them. They're probably just all acolytes. But you kind of hear one of them go, Professor Peace, you have you're lecturing on day 6. You're what exactly does inquiries and magical challenges mean? And you kind of see like Pieces kind of going through some stuff. It kind of like darts back to them. Right, of course. So you come on now. You will know how I like to do things. If any of you have any new interesting spells you wish to share, you could always do it now, but also a great time is after the lecture. There are things we don't know about the world, as I'm sure you're all well aware. And because I'm so enthralled with challenges and learning new things, if you have things you've run across, particularly if they relate to the arcane or magic in general, but they can be phenomena that don't make sense, I want you to bring them to my attention in my lecture, and we're going to talk about them. If it's something that I can physically interact with, I will do so during the lecture, and we will see what we can discover together. If it's something you just don't know about, well, I'll go through my notes that I have, and I'll bring as many of my notes as I possibly can. And you see he kind of turns in the room. Sal, I don't think you're busy on day 6. Would you be interested in also attending my lecture? It'd be very helpful. You might know some things to answer some questions. And you see Sal kind of puts his hand up. I have to double check that I am not doing anything on that day. I do not think I'll be needed. I have to check with High Thanaturch. There is a chance she might want me present for her lecture on morality and magic, but it is more likely I'd be applicable to yours. I could probably attend. Yes, we will double check tomorrow or the day after, before the 6th. He's kind of just nods. See, perfect. So you'll have 2 of the sharpest minds in the entire academy. there and ready for you to bring challenges. Just please don't ask me, like, life skills. I'm not going to be particularly helpful if you need to know how to carve open a bear. And you see Sal goes, I do have a book on that, though. See, that library is very useful.
Just imagining someone just brings Valo. So...
What? Professor!
What is?
What is?
Question mark.
Wow.
And Ryan, you would notice that while Professor Peace is talking, they have a book open. They have two books open, and there is like an eye, like an arcane eye, kind of floating above the two books. And it is kind of, you can see the eyes kind of moving back and forth over the text of the one, and as it does, there's a quill that's moving on its own. That's copying.
I wonder if I've seen these things before.
I don't know what it could be.
But yeah, and it just seems like some of the students are just kind of posing, not highbrow, but pretty simple magic questions to Peace. For reference, that is peace spelled like a piece, not...
Why?
Because tabaxis are named, or have very particular long names, and so Peace's full name is Piece of the Puzzle. But they go by Peace.
That's fair. I have an Equinox Dawn that's just Nox, so
Yeah.
That's fair actually.
Yeah, so their full title is Piece of the Puzzle. I do not have I do not have an image for every single faculty, so there is no image for Peace, but they are a tabaxi.
Slacking.
I'm imagining them in my head.
I want you to know that I'm desperately trying not to spend 17 more hours on faculty
Let me
images.
tell you, in my head, he's hot as hell.
Did I ever tell you the time for a campaign I made? What was it? Fen, was it like 46 students in The Sims
Yeah.
for West Beaver?
That's fair.
I
Yeah.
don't recommend doing that.
Peace does wear glasses though. Certified glasses wearer.
Awesome. A cat with glasses. That's sad.
A little nod in that direction.
Hard to tell whether they need them or whether it's a stylistic choice.
Either way, based.
Where did my pen go? What the fuck?
Are you particularly gonna try? You're trying to look for stuff about the mark then, Ryan? Or...
Yeah, if they're...
Okay, go
I
ahead.
have time.
Go
You and I
ahead
have
and give perception, investigation, or for some reason it's better than either of those, so you can just make me a flat intelligence check.
That'd be cool.
And flat intelligence is not going to be higher than those.
If it's intelligence plus proficiency, is it?
I mean, I have...
I imagine it's the same as investigation.
I would say
If
one
not,
investigation.
lower. Yeah, I don't know what Ryan does.
You can investigate. I
You
guess.
you might have advantage on this because it's pertaining to something magical, right?
No, that
No.
was specifically with the talking ones.
Got it.
It's when you go to tell someone, when I go to tell someone I know a lot about magic, they're gonna definitely agree that I know a shit ton about magic.
That's why you and Froley get along so well.
And to be honest, same is true of Adrian, but that is because I'm acting.
That would be a 24 for
Okay.
investigation.
You pretty quickly can figure out that you pretty quickly get a lay of the land on where you would need to be looking. And your first two kind of narrow, the first two things you decide that you have three areas where you're like, I can narrow this down. Curses, extraplanar stuff focusing particularly on the Umberfell, or history, particularly, probably religion, particularly pertaining to Gormok, or like the three areas you're like, this is where I should be. And you're pretty quick at figuring out where those are. And you kind of get the same result from all three areas. You find probably one, maybe two books here and there in each section that briefly detail an event a long, long time ago. Hold on a second. I can tell you exactly. Is it in my lore is it in my lore folder? It is.
Taking more notes for this than I do my own campaign.
It it details it will detail a period known as the Elven and Dwarven Alliance. It's an age of Tal'Sord. Different time periods of the, it gets broken down into different ages, and this is the age of the Elven and Dwarven Alliance. You see here that there are mentions of two figures dealing with a curse across Legalt. That like the brief description of it sounds like it might match. You of course do get the names Eldrith and Wilhelm, but if you want, you can make me an additional religion check.
Sure. Religion. He doesn't have proficiency in religion. He got a 13.
Okay. It's odd. You get conflicting information that doesn't really make sense with what you know. You in the book on curses and the book on the Umberfell, the events pertaining to these two refer to them as they refer to Wilhelm as a leader and king of Philadelphia, and they referred to Eldrith as a powerful mage, well, a powerful druid who worked with the Green Guard. In the religion section pertaining to Gormog, it refers to them as deities. So you are unsure in your mind if this is an inconsistency or two separate people. Like two separate groups. Like there are the druid and the king, and then there are the gods who just maybe they were named after the gods. Your religious knowledge is not really good enough to know that off the top of your head. I don't think anyone in particular has brought these names up to you. You may have heard Wilhelm's name when you were in Philadelphia, but that also still would have been in a historical context.
Yeah.
So it's odd. But, regardless, across all 6 books in the 3 sections, they don't go into enough detail for you to know for sure this is the curse afflicting Arkazel. Nor does it go into enough detail about it that it's beneficial, besides knowing that there was definitely something maybe similar that happened a really, really, really long time ago. And kind of what you get the feeling of is, if there's gonna be more information about this, it's not gonna be on the first 3 floors of the library.
Okay. Was it getting the higher floors like a thing you need to like access to?
You're not sure.
Okay.
Well, you could climb the outside of the...
True.
You're just not, you have not inquired yet about additional access.
Okay, but like I wouldn't be able to just walk up there right now. Like
you want to try?
It's very sure.
Okay. You head to
see what stops me.
You head to the inner entryway to the 4th floor in the tower for the library. And you as you approach, kind of a magical field kind of comes up over the stairwell. And an eye, another arcane eye, kind of glances over. And you feel a wave of energy, a wave of arcane energy go over you. And if Adrian's following you, Adrian, it goes over you as well. And you hear, both of you hear in your mind, Scouted Acolyte recognized, access to fourth and fifth floor enabled. And the arcane
could
wall.
just do that.
And the arcane wall would. And the arcane wall, you get the sense you could just walk through it to the fourth and fifth floor.
I guess I'll walk on up.
As you.
I was for a second. Am I still in the library?
You can go. Yeah. What if you're following Rine? Yes.
Okay. Yay.
Yeah.
You gotta go do something else. Sure.
It is at this point that you get to the fourth floor and you see that there are fewer people here. You presume that maybe a couple of them are scouted acolytes from previous years. You notice that there are 3 figures that stand out in particular. One of them is Arya Flatern. She is with a Strig. Who, given what you know, Rine, from how Arya's talked about it, this is most likely her apprentice, Vert Melon.
Little guy.
Oh yeah, little guy.
Fella.
Good.
And then the other figure that kind of stands out, because occasionally they come over to where Arya is to like double check something. And now that you've seen enough people, you now notice that on somewhere on Vert, just like somewhere on Elrilla, there is a symbol that seems to pertain to the person they are tied to. So there is like so Arya has like a divination crest that Vert is wearing, and Elrilla would have had an enchantment crest. This individual is wearing an evocation crest. And you see there is a fairy that is kind of going to and fro from this portion of the library as well. Which, given that you see this crest now, you have the feeling that these floors are available to people who have been granted access by the higher ranking members of the academy. So scouted acolytes, because you have recommendation letters, get you access, and apprentices also gain access. You would presume regular professors and senior professors could also come here.
Okay. These are things that all would make sense.
And I will tell you, we can speed this process up a little bit. The additional information you would get from looking on this floor, or that there's a little bit more information given about this curse. In particular, there are references to individuals who are they kind of just have titles. In particular, the 3 that are really referenced in the documentation you find here are someone known as the Schemer, the Traitor, and the Savant. In particular, there are references to the Schemer being killed by Eldrith to try to have some effect on the curse. It is noted that the Traitor was a member of particularly well-known was a noble who worked very closely with Eldrith. And the Savant and that the Savant was a famed scholar and fortune teller that was apparently powerful enough that upon confrontation in relation to the curse, Eldrith had to seek additional help from an Archmage.
Okay.
There are details here that imply that this curse they were dealing with did display itself in the form of markings on the body. But it still is not enough information, and there's not enough details about the full story on this level. Like, you're finding bits and pieces in long books about, like, the history of Legalt magic, and about the age of the Elven and Dwarven Alliance, usually towards the end of it. You find very, very light mention that there was belief that these curse marks were tied to the Shadow Serpent Gormok. And that is like your biggest nail on the head, where you're like, okay, this seems like it's right. Multiple marks that appear physically on the body and are tied to Gormok.
I want to say I also knew there were titles for parts of it.
Didn't we know about the titles?
I don't remember if Ryan had left before we learned about that.
Or did we learn that before? I thought because
we got most of that information from Sal. I thought.
I would say Ira.
He would have been there.
A lot of the information from Sal.
Yeah. So then, yeah, this would be starting the lineup correctly.
Yeah, like you said, like savant. So like, wait, I know these words. The trader, savant. I've heard these.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. Schemer might be new.
That didn't ring a bell. That one in particular felt different.
I
thought we knew that.
I thought we knew Schemer.
If you knew all of them, then you do. If you didn't know all of them, Schemer would be the one you didn't know.
I wish I remembered
all of them for
what
some
my
reason.
bitch knew.
I'd have to pull up my notes, which I'm not gonna do because I'm not a case.
And then for what it's worth, it is the point where you think you now, you're here looking, and as you've kind of reached like not fully what you want, you get the feeling that wherever Sal got this information from is probably beyond this level of clearance.
Okay.
And in fact, he might have even told you that what he knows is not he might have even flat out told you there is more of what he knows at the Academy. He just even can't access it.
That's crazy. Fuck you mean the librarian can't access the whole library?
Well, that might imply to you that it might not. Some of this story might not be in the library.
Oh, fair.
Because he definitely knows more than you know, which means there's definitely further access he has that you don't. That is what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're looking at curses and stuff, huh? Wow. Spooky. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend who's afflicted with a curse. Let's know more about it.
Just so we know knowledge, Ira, at least in my notes, knew all of them, and we know Hazel is the schemer.
There you go.
Or has the same mark as the schemer.
Or yeah, sorry. Cepha Executioner.
Obviously did not die in ancient history.
Yeah, so I think the important distinction Rine gets from this is that to you, the marks were called the marks of. These are talking about people as if they are the thing the marks were named after. So you're getting the historical context that whatever the marks are and they have been named after were named after these people that are meeting this figure. Strangely, only Eldrith's name have come up in the bits about these particular marks. Wilhelm's name has not come up for them. Which I think from what Sal's told you, they both dealt with different marks. If he might have mentioned them to you, now that I'm thinking back on it. But he probably would have mentioned them to you from a historical standpoint, not a religion standpoint.
Okay.
while you were doing this, because they will have been at this for a while, Valo, is there anything else you want to do during the day?
Well, I guess after they fucking spider crawl back down off the tower, because they're like, whoop, that was fun. God, what else could they do? What does a spider person do? Just like...
Eat bug.
Yeah, they already ate bug.
Oh, dang well. I don't know, that's scary then.
Yeah, I guess. Because they're not even used to being up in the day. They're like, the fuck? I'm not hunting, I'm not, like, building shelter. I guess they'll try to find friend.
Which one?
So either Hesta or Ami, probably.
Okay.
Or honestly, like, the first person they recognize. But those would be, like, the ones that they would actively try to seek out. Would be one of those two. But if they recognize someone, then that's gonna, yeah, that would be good enough.
Okay.
Because they don't know where the other friends went.
You are kind of coming down from the tower and going around, and you kind of find yourself by the gate, kind of taking a peek through at the grove. And as you are kind of doing that, you see Hesta kind of come in and kind of pay reverence to Elazar at the gate, and she is approached by another girl. And you've kind of arrived.
Her Hestia.
You've kind of arrived at the same time as you see this girl with green hair kind of stops Hesta and like starts to talk to her, and you hear her go, "So, you're Hesta? It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to meet you." And she kind of extends her hand, and Hesta kind of looks at her, and she'll shake it. Yeah. Am I? Sorry. Do I know you? And she kind of pulls her hand back. You don't know me, but I know you because you know my mom and my dad. She kind of gives her a weird look. I don't know a lot of moms and dads, I'll be honest. I can't particularly think of any two I've met together that would... The girl kind of looks at her, and that's precisely the catch. You probably have never met my mom and my dad in the same room. But I know, and think about this, if I know you've met my mom and my dad, who might I be? And you see Hesta kind of think, are you related to the High Thanaturge? And she kind of gets a big grin on her face. I am Manette Coleman. Pleasure to meet you.
You have met her before, right?
Yep.
Okay. I remember her hair.
And Manette goes, I have finally decided that it was my time to attend the academy, and so I am here as just a regular, plain old acolyte. No particular... I knew somebody who could have, but alumni recommendations are a little trickier to get as a scouted acolyte than a regular one, so it was like, it's complicated, you know? I hear you're a druid. Tess looks at her, why'd you whisper that? She goes, I don't know. She kind of turns and sees you. Wow! You're cool.
Hello. Yes, hello. Thank you.
I'm Manette Coleman.
Valo. And they stick out their hand. Pleasure to acquaintance you.
You as well.
No one's ever gonna correct them on that.
Nope. Hesta kind of looks at Manette. So, do you study necromancy like your mother, or? And she kind of shrugs a little. I'm trying to break them. I am interested in seeing if I can bend tradition a bit. And so I've been trying to talk up the blade singing instructor to teach me blade song. Still a little tricky. The academy technically has no restrictions about not being an elf and learning blade singing, but you know, there's a little bit of pushback sometimes, culture and whatnot. But my family knows a lot of elves, so I'm like, it should be fine, right? But I have backup plans in case they won't let me do it. But I think what's a better adventuring skill set than knowing how to dance with a sword, with magic?
The blade sings?
Yeah, it's like... So, like, the idea is that, like, you coat the sword in magic that, like, takes root from both nature and the arcane, that, like, the elves have historically passed down through, like, generations of knowledge with it. She kind of looks at you, and she's like, okay, so you take magic over the blade, and then as you fight with the blade, the magic kind of resonates, and it almost produces, like, a sound, which is why they call it blade singing.
How can you restrict magic? It is in the world in natural nature for everyone.
It's less... Oh, you're asking, like, how can they decide not to teach me it?
Yes.
It's kind of like it's like a secret technique. She kind of motions to Hesta. Like, only some people can speak Druidic. And, like, that magic, that language is kind of magically tied to their practice of magic. And Hesta kind of shakes her head. Yeah, that's pretty right.
Describing this to the druid, who I don't even know how this bitch is a druid, and we're not gonna talk about it.
I'm curious.
I don't know.
What kind
Valo
of
just got it somewhere.
What kind of magic do you do?
Nature, the spiders in nature.
Oh. Well, there you go. The more the merrier. Well, I don't know about you guys, but don't forget, well, tomorrow. I know these things because not only are they written on the plaque, but because my mom's here. But tomorrow they do the evaluation for the students, and what that means is they're going to ask you a couple of questions, some of the ones they probably already asked you, but they just want to double check to see if you have an idea of what kind of magic you want to learn while you're here. So they run through that and a couple of other questions that that like the founders of the academy think are really interesting, but sometimes aren't. But you know, they're gonna ask you some questions tomorrow, and that's gonna kind of like help them gauge like things they want to recommend you to do if on like an academic level. Then we got the lectures. Then they just let you kind of take a day to like work on whatever you want to practice and all that. And then we got like a super special guest person coming to talk to us on day 5. And then we have more lectures. But the important thing is the last day of the week, where they're gonna put out all the different jobs we can go do. And they want you to kind of have in your mind the people you want to go do those jobs with.
Yes. Pick friends.
Yeah. And I'm probably not supposed to tell anybody this. But since you guys, I think, flew over here with him, you know the Corvum Rine?
Bird. Yes.
Yes. And Tessa goes, yeah, he's nice. Yeah. Well, he's done a lot of things before getting to the academy. And again, I only know this because my mom's like the High Thanaturge. But she told me, well, okay, I overheard her. She definitely didn't tell me, but shh. And Hester kind of looks confused. You mean like the illusionist? Shh. And she goes, no, I mean like keep it quiet. Keep it quiet. But apparently, whoever Rine picks is gonna have a special expedition for the first week. Like they already have it planned. Like it's like he's not getting any say and if he wants to go do something else, because apparently they're pretty confident he's gonna want to take that job.
Makes sense. He got many recommendations.
Yeah, I saw him. He's pretty good with the magic. I actually know him.
I imagine she's like tucking her hair behind her ear. Like, actually, I know him.
And that was like 4 levels ago. Knowing me. Start a campaign. Ryan's just vibing.
Seemed nice.
It's at this point that you kind of hear a little bit of like scurrying, and you see Rev kind of come around, like kind of come out of like a corner. Kind of looks at the 3 of you. Aha! I didn't hear any of that. And he starts to move away, and Manette goes, I know exactly where you're gonna go. And it's gonna be right to your little boss lady, and you're gonna tell her everything I just said. Now, Rev, we're friends, right? And Rev kind of darts his eyes. Rev, we're friends, right? You wouldn't betray a friend's trust like that, right?
Can Valo see if he's about to run?
I could go. It. Yeah.
Oh, just yes.
Yeah.
I don't have to roll.
No.
Yeah, Val's just gonna web him.
Just
yeah,
on the
Val
ground.
Val's just gonna web him. Yeah.
Yo, that was cool. And big thank you. And she kind of goes over to Rev. Look, what can I say to convince you not to tell? What are you doing? And you see Elrilla kind of walks out into the courtyard. And she kind of looks over to you, Valo. Can you remove this?
No. I mean, they can, but they said no.
And you watch as she just kind of moves her hand over and casts a spell, and just flame kind of comes over and she starts to burning the webbing.
That's not a good idea. No, so those, well, okay. Vala gives up. Val's like, maybe this thing like fire, so...
Yeah, you see
Rev
doesn't seem particularly bothered by it.
Yeah, so...
Just kind of there. He kind of looks a little upset that he's in this situation. And you see she kind of looks to him. What happened? I heard something I shouldn't have heard. Uh-huh. And that got you webbed. Why? They'd think I was gonna tell you. Well, you were gonna tell me, right? He goes, yeah.
Valo doesn't look sorry at all, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if Valo has that kind of look ever, but...
You see, she kind of rubs her neck. When I get this loose, go to High Enchanter. Tell her you need that adjusted. Okay? And kind of nods.
Just gonna take it from him.
And then the webbing breaks and he runs off. And you see she kind of stares at Manette. You know, if your mouth wasn't so big, and you weren't so loud, you wouldn't have to worry about people hearing things you don't want them to hear. Especially stuff you probably shouldn't be telling anybody because you heard it from your mama.
Yo, mama.
And you see the two of them kind of just stare across at each other.
Is it just Elria, or is the other
It's just
dude here
her.
too?
It's just
Damn.
her.
I really want to throw spiders at the one that's scared of them at some point.
You see Manette looks at her. Last time I checked, I'm not the only mama's girl here. And you see Elrilla's eyes narrow. And you don't see me waving it around, do you?
Some people don't have mother.
They both kind of look at you. And Manette kind of goes, sorry, I didn't, And
Valley doesn't seem upset. They just kind of pointed out.
Elrilla kind of looks at you. That's complicated, though. Look, and she turns back to Manette. I'm just giving you a warning. Stop spreading information that isn't supposed to leave higher knowledge, and you won't run into encounters like this. Besides, I'm sure whatever it is you were sharing, I'm gonna find out anyway. She kind of stands up from... She still hadn't gotten up from kneeling down to burn the webbing off, and she kind of just stands back up. Have a good night, Manette. She kind of turns to you two. Has to thank you for not seemingly being too involved in this. And she looks at you. I'm gonna presume you didn't mean any harm by that.
The webs do not harm.
Precisely. My recommendation, though? Leave Rev alone.
I do not take recommendations from people that I do not trust.
She kind of nods at you. Right. And she's gonna walk away.
Val is like Try me, bitch. Valo's nicer than that. I'm like, try me, bitch. Valo gets the shit beat out of them. That'd be funny.
And Manette just, after she walks away, Manette just sighs. I hate her.
I do not trust her. Or Rev.
Hester kind of looks at the two of you. I mean, she's a little... She's a little highbrow, but, like, she doesn't strike me as a bad person.
You do not need to be bad to not be trusted.
That's a good point. Look, all I'll say is that she's got issues with the fact that I'm here, because my mom's here. And I got issues that she's got issues with that when I know her mom was important to this school too. So, like, if you're gonna complain about it, maybe don't be in a similar situation to me. I don't know.
That makes no sense, though. If you belong here, you do. It would be dumb to let nobody who knew people here to come here.
Right, exactly. So, like, Hester kind of looks at her. You do say that your mom's the High Thanatos a lot, though.
That is
Culture the
But-
fuck out.
Isn't it really cool? Like, if your mom was the High Thanatos, if someone you knew was the High Thanatos and you were close to, like, you would say that a lot. Doesn't it just sound cool? High Thanatos, Hand of the Dead? Rad as fuck.
Hand of the Dead. Valo didn't say that, I did.
And she kind of looks at you guys. Did you know that the High Thanatos is the only position in the entire academy whose title gets passed down to each next High Thanatos? That's how cool it is. Like, every High Enchanter, every High Evoker, they all have a different title. Like, whatever you're doing, like, they specialize to you. But if you're the High Thanatos, you specialize so well in necromancy that they just call you the Hand of the Dead all the time.
Is this what people call bragging?
Well, and then you hear a voice from across the courtyard, Manette! And you see, hold on. And you see Viviana kind of from across the way. If I hear the words High Thanatos out of your mouth one more time! And you see Manette kind of goes, I gotta go, sorry. And she kind of runs towards her mother, who gives a wave over to Hester, and Hester kind of gives a bow. She's a lot.
Very lively.
Yeah. I think she gets that from her dad.
The spiders like her hair.
Oh. Interesting. And with that, you guys will
Bella's just being a nuisance.
you guys will have some time to maybe do a little bit more on this first day, but get ready for the rest of your week's schedule next time.
Wow.
Yippee.
We're gonna call it here.